playing something for sure. I still got that RV game gifted me too. But y'all heard about that shit? Yo, ever since me and Susie could not stop laughing at the word vibes now. It feels wrong saying the word vibes. Like I feel giddy and then I feel gross. Fucking wild. So Mujin, I always count on this guy to good vibes to document and report about stuff like this because he goes aired with his research and everything as best as he possibly can. RV, the RV game that you gifted me. RV with a V. V on your V, not E, V. Like Vecna. It's wild and all the memes and the fan art I've seen of this shit. Oh, crazy.
Consequence. A result or effect, typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant. Now, I'm sure that this definition would work out in most situations, but when it comes to this incident that we're going to discuss, unpleasant is a massive understatement.
Yeah,
because how else would you explain posting a video defending yourself in the face of consequences and getting one of the worst like-to-dislike ratios?
Yo, I did not know she made a video response. Oh, shit. Yo, that ratio's fucking crazy. That ratio is wild. Shit. Fuck. Oh my god, bruh. That is crazy.
Ever seen in my entire life. How else would you explain community notes that are so ruthless that they put you in physical pain when you read them? All while your sponsors join in the chaos and start canceling their contracts with you. I mean, really, is unpleasant truly a word that can describe how bad this is when there's an NBA team that's making fun of you on their TikTok page? When you screwed up so hard that your name is now used as cultural lingo to signify a bad player in a multiplayer game. I mean, seriously, how the hell did it get so bad? Well, at its essence, this incident wasn't centered on a game or a community. This was something that everyone can understand, a victim standing up to his very ruthless bullies. They held more power and influence over him and managed to cause considerable...
wild. Yo, I follow him. And he's like almost close to 200k on Twitch, I think. But his numbers are crazy and I'm so proud of him. Now he definitely doesn't have to worry about college funds and everything.
Damage. He was framed and they tarnished his reputation. He would then, all alone, stand up for himself. And when the community had his back, the bullies would not only double down, they would triple down and quadruple down, never once apologizing to him. This truly showed us how vile they truly were as they were being cornered by, well, the entire internet. So no wonder this escaped containment outside of the Marvel Rivals community and into the mainstream. You now have people, both young and old, wondering what happened, asking, hey, can I get details about this? And I mean, of course they would, because this story not only plays out like a classic movie plotline, it also has an extremely satisfying ending. However, the ending is even more satisfying if you truly understand every aspect that led up to it. And seeing that there's a lot of details involved, I figured we have to talk about it, which is why I'm making this video. So, without further ado, here's the full story of how Kingsman stood up to his three bullies and won. Let's do this. Alright, so first things first. Who the hell is Kingsman 265? Well, before even starting to upload videos or create content, he was someone who had already spent time in first-person shooter games, most notably Hyperscape, a Ubisoft game that came out in 2020. According to him, he played this game back when he was 16 years old, and he was so good at it that at some point he was #1 on the leaderboard. Quite the achievement,
Oh,
especially since this game had a
cool.
crazy
I never
learning
heard
curve.
of this
That
game.
unfortunately wouldn't last because the game would prove to be unpopular and shut down very shortly after. This is when he would make the move to Apex. And just like in Hyperscape, the guy was very skilled too, achieving top ranks consistently. For Kingsman though, everything would change when Marvel Rivals would come out on December 6th, 2024. This is when he would pivot to it full time.
2024,
And
damn, it
just
feels
like
like
in
it's
the
been out
other
for
games
longer.
he's played, he was also incredibly skilled here.
Like,
Reaching
way
top
longer.
500 in multiple roles using multiple heroes while also managing to become the rank 1 Magic player, a character that's not even ranked at the top of the meta. Look, by this point it was obvious. Kingsman wasn't just talented at Marvel Rivals, he was talented in general in competitive games. Unfortunately though, this ridiculous level of skill wouldn't translate into much viewership. He would start streaming in the summer of 2023 and would continue streaming regularly, consistently. And yet for almost 2 years and a half, the growth wouldn't translate into much, with him peaking at around 150 average viewers. That's just the
good,
reality
though.
of the streaming landscape, especially when it came to a game like Marvel Rivals. So on January 12th, 2026, when Basim ZB, a Marvel Rivals content creator, would announce that he was hosting a tournament for
heard-
Marvel.
Listen, I heard, because I was watching another YouTuber that, man of the Kappa. I heard that this tournament, from another YouTuber that I watch, that nobody was really playing Deadpool. And I was like, what? For real? I don't know if that's true or not, but
Marvel Rivals titled Creator Cup with a $40,000 prize pool, including 48 creators, one of them being Kingsman. As you can imagine, he was very excited. This is an opportunity to not just showcase your content and your gameplay, but also a shot at winning a prize. This prize pool also didn't come from just anywhere. It was officially being sponsored by NetEase Games, the creators of the game. The way this was structured was simple. There would be 8 different captains, and on the 13th of January, they'd all be present on Basim's livestream to create their team from those 40 invited content creators. In the case of Kingsman, he'd end up being picked by the captain, Cece. She admitted during the draft pick that she didn't know him, she just knew that he was very skilled. Alongside him, she would pick a few other teammates. What you have to keep in mind are 2 names
this is
in
the
particular,
Kingsman and the
Zaza
Zaza
Stack
thing.
and Luciasa. You see, Kingsman was streaming as Cece was picking her team, and from the moment this team was formed, he signaled one worry that he had: Zaza Stack. So shortly after the draft, he would get into a call with the team captain, Cece, and he would express his worries. He'd very clearly outlined to her that he was worried about Zaza Stack, not because of her skill, not because of her as a person, but because she was the only content creator that was based in Australia when everyone else was playing on US-based servers. This meant that she had 200 ping. And to make matters worse, she was a Black Widow main, a sniper character that of course needs way less than 200 ping to be accurate, while also being a character that's completely out of meta. Cece would reassure Kingsman during their call that don't worry, European players have 150 ping, Zaza Stack isn't that far behind, and that her Black Widow was really good, asking him to be patient until he saw her performance himself. So look, by this point, everything was cordial, everything was friendly and reasonable. It was no secret that Kingsman was worried, but he was optimistic. He wanted to give this team a chance, especially seeing that there was a $40,000 prize pool and he was a completely broke college student. He wanted to give it his best shot and chose to give Zaza Stack the benefit of the doubt. What he could have never seen coming, though, is that this team wasn't going to be too far off from those terrible group projects you had in high school, where you were put with the most entitled, vile bullies. Alright, so here's the deal. A Marvel Rivals team has 6 players. There are different heroes with different roles, and you can use varying combinations to come up with a strategy. At the moment, though, the best strategy is pretty straightforward, and it's used by all pro players. It's called triple support, and it involves having half your team pretty much be support heroes. Seeing that there's not really much you can do to counter a team like this, everyone has been using it to rank up. It's actually very similar to what happened with Overwatch 1 at some point, when the meta used to be 3 supports and 3 tanks. Everyone was using it. And
yeah, and there also used to be an all-only healer meta where we boost Symmetra with Mercy, where her boom used to lock on people. I miss those days, man. It was freaking fun. And demolishing the enemies with their tanks and DPS and shit.
couldn't counter it in any way, shape, or form. Seeing that Kingsman
And
was
they're
intending to
using
do his
honor
absolute best in this tournament and wanted his team to win, he
to power
assumed
up
that his
Symmetra.
team would also have
Or-
the same mentality
or
and go with the
Mercy.
best meta team possible. Shortly before the tournament would begin, he'd go live on his channel with the intent of scrimming with
It's
his
like that
team,
with a lot of
which meant
games
playing
where the
against other
community
teams
is,
in this
not
tournament
fun,
before the
but a good
tournament began,
music.
just to practice. The only person who had shown up was Cece. He had to go out of his way to contact everyone else in order for them to get there. Two of the players couldn't even make it. They found replacements for them, but the only players that showed up from his team were
Damn, it's
Cece,
already massive.
Zazastack, and Luciasa. As you can imagine, the scrims went terribly. And I can't remember the last time I had to force myself to watch something this much because of how uncomfortable it was. But I'm not going to be the only one suffering here.
That's
I'm going to
some
show you
YouTube
multiple
today.
clips of these scrims so you can understand how terrible the team dynamic was and how vile his teammates were. In this first clip, Kingsman expresses shock when his teammates tell him they don't intend to run the best meta team composition in the game.
What?
Seeing that some of the people playing in this tournament were pro players, this was pretty much similar to saying, hey, we're going to throw the game on purpose. Watch.
We're not going to run triple support in the tournament?
No, we're not.
Where did you get that idea that we were?
GG, we lost. What?
Right. Where is this triple support coming from?
I don't really
Okay, then we don't play. Okay, well, this is gonna be a hard tourney then.
Yeah, you like.
You just think it's gonna be hard.
No, I'm guys. I want to try hard this
Guys,
tourney,
if
but
you don't run triple support, like hard meta, bro, we're never winning.
it's a $40,000 tourney, guys.
Yeah,
We're gonna need triples.
I understand it. This was like not a tourney.
I don't think
I think you guys have a very different mentality than like other
For a
teams. Like,
tour-
Yeah.
the other teams will just walk out with full.
Thank you.
Just bear in mind, we're still in the complete beginning of the scrims. This is like the first game they're playing together. The only person attempting to take him seriously was someone who wasn't even on the team. They were there as a replacement. The people arguing with him are both Cece and Luciasa, who kind of sound similar, as well as Zazastack. She's the one with the Australian accent. And from their tone, you can tell that they're clowning on him, even though Kingsman is one of the best players in the game. Still though, you don't get to Kingsman's level
Him
of
as
skill if
magic
you just gave up easily.
is
So he kept
insane.
trying to talk sense into his team and
He's
only
also
kept
good as,
getting shut down.
Talk some sense into these guys because they don't want to run triple support.
Strange.
We're gonna live. They're gonna.
triple support a character that I don't know how to play. What the fuck do you want me to do? Like, who wants to run triple support?
But every team will.
Drafted for triple support. No, they won't.
You don't think any team will want to run triple support?
No, you can
Oh
barely
my
get
god,
drafted.
I'm feeling
support,
kind
let
of
alone
angry.
If Matthew's playing for 40 grand, he's gonna play triple support.
I got mad.
This is crazy.
As you could tell, he was starting to lose his mind. Guys, there's $40,000 on the line, and you think that people weren't going to use the best meta composition in this tournament. The team captain was not taking him seriously, and Zazastack was not even attempting to offer to try support. He was starting to get so desperate that he even offered to play support himself, showing that he was willing to do anything for his team to win, something that his teammates apparently didn't really agree on.
Just because you can.
It is a lot for him because he needed the money
you need two tanks, though,
for
for
his
triple
college
support.
People are
stuff.
telling me that. Yeah, I can play second tank. I play strange.
Your chat
But
is
it's like if they're not
freaking-
gonna take it seriously,
keyboard
then why
enemy.
join the
He would
tournament
offer
at
to play
all?
support, he would offer to play tank, nothing,
fuck
just
up
more
everybody else,
disrespect. He would
you know?
continue to argue his point, trying to find some sort of compromise with Zazastack. His teammates were not having it, and this is what the team captain, the leader here, Cece, had to say to him. An incredible response. Watch.
This is the
Hold
leader.
on, hold on. Kingsman, you're gonna tell me, bro. We haven't even played against them yet, bro. chill.
It's important to draft a good composition before the round starts, or before the match starts.
No shit, bro. But you think Zaza's gonna swap after we had this conversation 10 different times?
Yeah, I don't know how to tell you when you keep asking. Like,
I'm telling you right now, she's gonna start on Widow no matter what you say.
I don't even think I've been playing that bad in our scrims on Widow either. Like,
Oh, I believe you. I believe you. I know you won't. I know you're not bad at the character.
For
That's not my point.
Christmas, I want Zaza.
Not once did Kingsman disrespect
I know, Susu
Zaza,
was
her
just-
skill, her playstyle,
was
her
on
as a
their side,
person.
not
His
hers,
main
which
worry
is
stemmed
like,
purely from how the other team was going to counter her character, just naturally, just based on dynamics. Zazastack would argue, my performance isn't even that bad. That's gonna age like milk because very shortly after, she would get absolutely pummeled by the enemy team. This is when he would say, do you see my point? This is when he would truly start to get disrespected by his team to the maximum level. Take a look.
Do you see my point? Now imagine Zaza trying to live that, right? It's not gonna happen.
busy dueling with Spider-Man, bro.
Well, none of them
Back to
live,
you guys
bro.
now.
Yes, exactly,
Oh my God,
exactly.
wait, I'm like learning him.
But Bucky
Okay, I'm
will.
like so for
Bucky
real,
will
bro.
prevent that.
Like, no one is living a 5-man run into their spawn, bro. Kingsman, shut up, bro. Just mic off.
They're
for
living
2
with triple
seconds,
support.
bro.
Thank
You
you.
made your point and it's not gonna happen.
Okay, so
Wait, did she really just say
Yep.
you made your point? It's not gonna happen? If he made his point, then it. Oh my god! Like, it's proven. I don't get it. I am confused. Fucking Lord. Oh shit. So now, if it was like, what the fuck? Seriously, like it's so much for the 43 months. God damn. Like it's so much. Yeah, everything fell apart before it even started. Like the ping was the issue, and then the whole. Oh my god, not bothering to.
About to mess up the reaction with the sub run.
Thank you so much. But yeah, I don't get it. Like I said, I understand if it's quick play or trying out a character to make it work that you have not played, right? However, and stuff like that. But like when it comes to a turning,
By this point, Kingsman's own chat had lost hope. W ego, it's fucking over. Is she dumb? She is so fucking mean. Rip, it's over. Yeah, you're not sniffing $1. You are not getting any money, little bro. The cherry on top here was the fact that you
yeah, money's on the line. Like to some of them that were on the team, like Susie, I think that was just chump change for them. But for someone like Kingsman, that means everything to him. Opportunities, you know, for his college and everything. If you're not gonna take it seriously, don't participate in the tournament and fuck everybody else over where it truly matters to them. Like
in this game, purely because the rank 1 Magic, Kingsman, would carry the hell out of his
look
dumbass
at that
team.
shit! Look at that carrot! Yo! Look at that! Look at that shit!
Zaza's attack throughout the entire game would only get 2 eliminations. 2.
Shit.
I want to emphasize to you how much of an achievement that is. Getting a kill in this game isn't like in Call of Duty or other FPS games. If you just as much touch an opponent that
Yeah,
ends up dying later
brother.
by your teammate, it counts as a kill. Like literally just doing 1 damage. This meant that throughout the entire game, she only hit 2 different people as a sniper. That's just how crazy this is. And no one saw this as a problem, except for Kingsman. That's how crazy the situation was. No matter what Kingsman would say, how he tried to formulate a sentence, how he would try to get the point across, he would always be disrespected. Like in this clip, watch.
Just save your breath.
Because I'm not swapping over Black
Yeah,
Widow.
yeah.
okay, then we lost the tournament.
You don't
GG, go next.
understand that,
That's literally how it
bro.
works.
It's not happening, bro.
Oh my God, I just gotta talk about this fucking conversation now.
Nah, bro. Enter's gonna make another video, bro, for sure.
Yeah, you're
Oh, this is an important conversation. This is an
You want to see something really ironic? As soon as this game started, literally as soon as this game started, one of the first people who died was Cece. And then
There's one.
Shit.
Luna one.
Zaza stack immediately by Spider-Man. By the way, I just want to emphasize, Cece had told Kingsman specifically when they had the call before starting scrims that Zaza was great at taking out Spider-Man. That's why she's Widow. You want to see something even more ironic? Kingsman
Why the fuck you lagging? Why you always lagging? Oh my god, stop fucking lagging! Oh my god, I am hooted. Like, my face feels red. Like, it feels red right now.
would get 18 eliminations, carrying the hell out of his team
Damn.
again, while Zaza stack couldn't even
And
hit
who's-
one person. 0 kills as a sniper, 5 deaths, and 0 assists. Assists are purely for healers, people who give you buffs, and if you get a kill, they get an assist. Zaza couldn't hit a single enemy that died this game. A single one. He would keep emphasizing his arguments, the fact that he went
Sure.
against number
Widow
1
is
Black Widows in
good.
games and saw that they couldn't handle
But-
certain compositions. He really tried to get the point across that it's not Zaza stack that he has a problem with. It's purely the character.
Like, I wish I could play Widow, just like I used to back in the Overwatch days in that game. I panic too easily in this game, so moving Widow is not a good idea.
Pick, still nothing. This would all
It will
culminate
take
in one of the
a
most
while.
disrespectful things that were said to him by the team captain. And since she was streaming too, might as well show you her perspective while she was saying it. Watch.
We are running into Snake Aces team. I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. You're making me mad, bro. We've been playing against Snake Aces team. This is their team. The only difference is one support player, bro. We won. Shut up now, bro. Like, I'm tired of it. This is fucking getting annoying and you're making Zaza sad. Like, it's not gonna happen. She's gonna play
Making
Black Widow.
Zaza
So just shut up for 2
sad? And
seconds
you
and just
think-
play this goddamn scrim. Like, I don't get it, bro. Thank you. Oh my god! Like, just shut up, bro. Like, we're not gonna swap.
If you're concerned about their dive, you just trade back.
What an incredible display by the team captain who's meant to keep order, who's meant to understand all the perspectives in her team and find a middle ground. In her mind, she probably thought, Slay Queen, I'm being a girl boss right now. In reality, she was being a nasty bully. Not just her though, the other 2 girls as well. Out of all the scrims this team ended up playing,
I'm a girl. And this is pissing me off. I don't get it. I really don't.
so around 7 different games, Zaza would do well on the last one. Kingsman
Okay.
would carry every single game. That's not an exaggeration. He was really carrying his team hard. But it just so happened that Zaza got MVP once. Here's how his team reacted. Look for yourself. I mean, this is really the last straw here.
Oh, are they gonna be like, oh, see, we told you, bitch, just the one match? Like, he carried, like, freaking 99.9 of it.
2-2. Job. Talk shit to Kingsman now, Zaza. Another.
I don't talk.
Oh,
I just tell
shit.
people to shut up when they're talking.
Alright.
That's all.
Oh, that was horrible, bro.
I didn't talk shit at all. When
He
did I
wasn't
talk
talking shit. He was talking facts about how the game really works.
Kingsman, you're not allowed to talk.
Bruh, oh my god.
Makes me play like crap when people are, you know,
Yeah,
being a
that's
bit
normally
icky.
how it goes.
That's all. It's
You're not the only one.
like
Pot calling kettle black. I don't.
Like, I'm
This is
playing
sad.
Dragon
I'm
because
just
it's
really,
been a
I'm
couple
just a
games
terrible
since that,
person.
you know?
Just report me.
You're not a terrible person. It doesn't make you a terrible person.
I think
Fucking
everyone on this
ridiculous.
team
Just be
understands
nice. Like,
how
just be
passionate
chill.
Just be nice, be chill. Are you guys nice and chill? So cheap because I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, this is
sorry.
like high
Yeah,
school.
I'm like,
the
I
fuck
really
outta here,
want to
bro.
win as well. Intentionally throwing because if people are being icky.
I think I'm just gonna.
but they're down to wait for us.
Whatever. I want money. I'm still gonna play. I'm
So,
really.
Bro,
I'm
we already won against them. Or do you want to just
Yeah,
like
no,
sleep,
leave them
like
to-
By this point, I really want to emphasize just how professional Kingsman has remained throughout this entire thing. Compared to the average person, I mean, hell, compared to me. In his shoes, I would have already crashed out a long time ago. I mean, she was over
Yelling
here
and
saying that she was
everything,
throwing
yeah.
on purpose because he was being icky to her, and that once he finally shut up, she could perform well. We all know that's a lie. She couldn't even get 1 kill. So why did Kingsman actually
It's
stay and
everywhere,
deal with this
man.
disgusting disrespect, this
How
bullying?
are you?
Well, he would explain it himself. Eventually, the scrims would end. He'd leave to continue playing ranked, and then he would tell his stream straight up.
I'm just here to win the tournament. You know. I need that money. I'm fucking broke. I like money. And
Who doesn't like money?
$3,000 or $40,000, which has a prize pool for first place of $3,000, is a lot of money for me. I could really use that to help pay my college. You know, college tuition is very expensive.
So that's what it was. A lot of people can relate to this. College tuition is crippling debt to just about anyone in the US. And on top of
Yeah,
that,
it
winning
is.
$3,000 would also mean that maybe you don't have to eat cup noodles every day. When you're a full-time student who doesn't work a part-time job on the side,
Mm-hmm.
$3,000 can really make or break an entire year of studies. Every
It
dollar
does.
counts, which is why he was willing to
Which is why it's pissing me off because it looks like Susu especially, they're better off. Like it looks like it's just changed to them. That's what makes me mad. It's like, okay, good, you're successful in your own road, whatever. But not everyone is you. Some, you know?
Deal with this blatant disrespect, all for the sake of maybe paying off some of his college loans. Unfortunately though, even after dealing with so much disrespect, with so much blatant bullying, it would all prove to be for nothing, because he wouldn't even get an opportunity to participate in the tournament. Shortly after telling his chat why winning is such a big deal for him, he'd go AFK for a few minutes, come back, and announce something so ridiculous that it would make anyone's blood boil.
Well, I was just kicked out of the tournament. Well, unfortunate. Yep, I know. I've been messaging Basim for the past, like, 20 minutes, and nothing to do. I just gotta get removed, I guess. Wow. What a joke, bro. I mean, like, that's just insane. I can't. Unreal, bro, unreal. That's crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy. Wow.
As you can see, his chat was absolutely shocked. Anyone with a brain cell would be shocked. And Kingsman was speechless. Kicked for what? Enduring bullying? Wanting your team to win? Giving advice from your own experience playing in the highest ranks? And to top it all off, the reason for him being kicked wasn't specified to the public. The tournament organizer, Basim ZB, would give a very vague answer when asked why he was kicked. And he made it sound like something that was—
It costs nothing to be respectful, man. Nothing. And as you can see, as it's proven time and time again, it costs everything to be a fucking asshole. Like, come the hell on.
completely unforgivable. This didn't help at all because it only fueled rumors and theories that were way worse than what actually occurred. See for yourself.
I made.
This mother.
My decision was kicked out was, you know, for violating rules. All right, I'm gonna just say that because I mean,
What rules did he fucking violate? Huh?
keeping it as respectful as possible. All right, I'm a tournament host.
There is a level oh my god, that sounds so
respect
good right
and
now.
With
some
not,
grilled
cheese somebody calls somebody a poopy
on
head,
the
they don't get kicked out of
side?
the tournament. There's reasons for this, okay?
I think I'm gonna have
And
some.
it's not just a one-time thing
listen.
because I understand warning is not an option. No, because if there's warnings, everybody's going to get warnings. There's a zero tolerance policy.
Did he not watch all that bullying bullshit? Like, if there's zero tolerance, you know what?
He wants to
Fuck
play,
it.
he wants to win,
It's
and
past
he wants
and Kuzman is
a
in
lot of
fuck
people
it.
to switch to different team comps. I understand he wants to win. I get it. You cannot avoid the fact it was very toxic. There's a lot of different things. All right, I understand. I was a college student once too, bro. I get it. I got no personal beef with Kingsman. I got no beef with Kingsman. I got no beef with anybody.
I got no beef with Kingsman, but at the same time, what he did was unforgivable. What he did has a zero tolerance policy. He doesn't even deserve a warning, just an immediate kick. That's just how bad it is. Look, it was obvious he was trying to quell down the flames, but this did nothing but put fuel on it. It was handled horribly. Not to mention that as time went by, CC would continue to talk shit behind Kingsman's back.
I open up the chat and I immediately see CC saying I was shit talking the tourney and my members. And all I gotta say is I tried to be so polite the whole tournament, and I literally have been so respectful of Basim. I've been promoting this tournament for weeks, and obviously maybe there was a joke in passing. I mean, like 5 minutes ago, Tato, I literally heard you say this tournament's gonna be dog shit, bro. Like, because there's no bans. Obviously, there's jokes in passing, but all I'm gonna say is one of my viewers showed me that 20 minutes before I got kicked, CC said she had to go do something real quick.
So this was Kingsman talking to another streamer about his kick, arguing that there was nothing he said that was worse than what others have been saying throughout the tournament. Also showcasing to us that CC has been talking shit behind his back even after he was kicked, adding that she might have had something to do with this kick because she went AFK on her stream to talk to Basim on a phone call. And finally, Kingsman went as far as having to explain to people that he was not a misogynist. Zaza Stack would complain to her Discord about how toxic he was to her, and someone would just randomly say that Kingsman's chat was misogynistic, that they were a reflection of his misogyny, that him asking Zaza, someone who can't even get one kill in an
People are
entire
throwing
game, to
that
switch
that
to another
word
hero
around
was
everywhere.
him being misogynistic. And since Basim CB, the organizer of the tournament, refused to
You
elaborate
gaslighting,
on
you
why he
so
was kicked,
misogyny.
these rumors were running
Oh my
wild. It was so
God.
unfortunate. I mean, the guy did nothing wrong.
You're
His name was
toxic.
being ran through the mud. This is why after being kicked, he would decide to
shit
make a
around.
1 hour, 16-minute video titled "I was kicked from a $40,000 tournament."
Good
He
on
uploaded on
you.
January 18th and it would quickly
Expose this
go
damn
mega
thing.
viral, being spread everywhere on social media. All the clips that we watched so far were from his video. But what's really sad here isn't just how he was disrespected by these people he had just met recently, it's also the fact that someone he considered a friend, Luciaza, someone he was excited to play with, also talked shit behind his back. I mean, this is what he had to say when he found out he was on the same team as her. Look at this.
Lucy? Yes! It's winnable. Wait. Actually, wait, that's actually fire. This is winnable. We win this. This is actually doable. Me and Lucy are on the same team. $40,000 tournament. There's no way she's gonna throw. So that means we're gonna actually win. That's actually doable. Okay, Cece's got a good draft. Oh, he picked Matt.
She was there during the scrims, by the way. She had nothing to say to defend him. In fact, she decided to side with CC and Zaza Stack. And here's what she would say behind his back on her own stream. Watch.
I need this for my college. I need this for my college. I have about 6 or 7 more years.
Yeah, we were dealing with some of the most vile, disgusting
the
bullies you
fuck,
can imagine.
man?
People
That
who had
is
no
so
empathy, no
sad.
understanding, and no respect. Not just because Kingsman was a top 1 player, but because he was a human being, another person. But regardless, the tournament would still go on. Cece would be asked on stream why Kingsman was kicked, and she would again run his name through the mud with Luciasa in front of her viewers. Watch.
What happened with Kingsman getting kicked?
Is so like Boston pulled me aside and was just like, he was a lot of people were coming to him, like chatters and stuff, were showing him clips of him like saying disrespectful things about the tournament,
she
like
lying?
us as a team, and like saying we were gonna lose and all that stuff, and like Boston was just not having it, and so he asked me,
You
and I
went
was,
to him when you said you had an emergency.
it's like, it's kind of just like, if you think so. But apparently he was like muting in like while we were in Discord and then saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna lose and these guys, my team sucks. And then he was talking about like how some other tournament he's in was like way better. And I think Basim was just not taking that disrespect, and low-key like I didn't want that disrespect either. Like I didn't want someone on the team that was just constantly gonna like shit talk us to his chat.
What?
So I was just like, yeah, I'm fine with that.
You're doing the
But-
most.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, how dare he do you the courtesy
know,
of
sorry
muting
about that,
himself when
Jack.
he's about to lash out, staying respectful with you even after you told him multiple times to shut the fuck up in front of a live
you're the
audience.
one who's
Let's also not ignore the fact
disrespectful,
that when
y'all.
Basim told her he was intending to kick him, she had zero protest. I mean, seriously, with teammates like this, who needs enemies? Now, in the timeline of these events, the video had gotten tens of thousands of views and then hundreds of thousands before reaching 1 million. The Marvel Rivals community was outraged at this behavior, and it was starting to reach the mainstream. It was clear, Cece wasn't acting like this for the first time in her life. She's someone who is generally vile, who bullies people all the time, and this was her first time being caught, the first time facing consequences. So in the face of these consequences, she decides to make her own response to Kingsman's video on YouTube. The result? One of the worst disliked videos in YouTube's history. Barely 24 hours after Kingsman's video got uploaded, Cece would upload her own video, titled The Truth Behind the $40,000 Tournament.
Already lying again, bro. It says right here, no, I did not report.
It's currently sitting at 1,200 likes and 60,000 dislikes.
Was for mental health because
60,000 comments. And as you can guess, the majority of them are not on her side. Now, one of the first things that Cece addresses here is why and how Kingsman got kicked. She'd argued that this wasn't about what Kingsman was saying. This was about how he said it, how it was affecting team performance, how it was bringing down their mental.
I'm just
She'd then
simply
talk about her
repeating
phone
myself.
call with the tournament
What
organizer.
about the way you
According to her, Basim
spoke to
CB would
him?
message her to talk. He'd say that he just so happened to have come across a bunch of clips and messages from Kingsman, which
Everybody
made him
boo
want to
this
kick him.
chick.
Cece would then go ahead
Boo.
and not object, but does admit that looking back, maybe a warning would have been enough. Now, I really want you to listen to this part in particular. This is her arguing in Zaza's favor. Look at this argument she's making here as to why Zaza sucked so much. Watch.
Oh, yeah, tell me, why did you suck?
I want you guys to understand, she was gonna go 0-5 no matter what she played. Why? Because Kingsman was breathing down her neck, in her ear, for the last 30 minutes. She wasn't focused, she wasn't locked in, she wasn't going to play well no matter what she played. So you guys are like, that was her game. That was her game to show off. That was her chance to prove that it worked. No, it wasn't. Because during that time, Kingsman was still down her ear. We finish that map and we go into the next game and we're still arguing about it. At that point, I have to put my foot down as a captain. And yes, I told him to STF you. But you have to understand, this is after an hour of dragging this conversation on. An hour
I
of me
noticed. I
asking
was like,
about-
why the fuck is her voice higher? But you know what? That's on her. I am not gonna answer. You guys know how many comments I get accused of using voice changer? Myself. And I'm like, I was born like this. And now she's giving us natural high-pitched people bad name. Come on, girl. It's so funny. Speaking of that, y'all. Speaking of that. So yeah, I was like, not everybody has, deep voices. Not everybody uses a voice changer. If they do, good for them. That's on them. Not me. I'm not one. Stop staying in your little bubble and accusing everybody, putting it in that bubble,
asking him to drop this topic. An hour of just continuous arguing in the team. Yes, I finally told him to STF you.
This is
Finally
why I
told
took the
him?
time at the
Didn't
beginning of
you
this video to
say,
show you these
shut the
clips.
fuck up
From her
and
perspective,
drop the
she's
whole
making
thing?
him seem to be someone unreasonable, someone who can't shut up. In reality, though, the only thing he wanted was some sort of a compromise. In between those clips of him talking were way longer play sessions with him not even breaching the topic. Zaza still could not hit a single enemy. Again, dude, getting a kill in this game is the easiest thing you can do. You just have to assist. But guys, she had to put her foot down. She had to tell him to shut the fuck up in front of the teammates and the viewers watching. Disrespecting him in front of thousands of people. And by the way, if you're confused about her voice because she doesn't usually sound like this, yeah, we'll get to that. Don't worry. She's making this voice on purpose to appear more innocent. Next up, of course, I'm sure you've seen some memes about the vibes. She'd make this argument. Watch for yourself.
From day one, I told Kingsman, rule number 1, don't tilt my team. And rule number 2, don't bring the vibes down on the team. Because we're going to lose. A lot of you guys are underestimating how important vibes are in a team scenario. At the highest level of competitive esports, tier 1 esports, you will get booted from a team simply because your team doesn't like you. Even if you're performing, even if you're doing well, if the team synergy isn't there, you're not coming back for another season.
I do purposefully do deep voices. Just for the memes. I can't believe y'all got me to say ada like 4 times in my damn life. I hate y'all. I can't stand y'all.
Bro, how dare you ruin the vibes? How dare you? How dare you, as a #1 player, give our team free advice to win $40,000 and ruin the vibes?
I'm happy
She'd have an entire segment called accountability, but throughout this whole video, she never once apologized to him. In fact, during the
But that
scrims,
was-
she called him a loser as she was muted.
Fine.
And bear in mind, she had blamed him for
I didn't
muting and
say
saying
it
they
in
were
a
going to
voice,
lose.
though.
Watch.
Populo,
Everyone thinks this
just
guy's a
diver,
loser.
explode her
Kingsman's a
like a
loser.
bug. That's just what happens.
That's such a good point. You're so right about that. And we're still gonna play Widow.
Now look, I don't know what you think about this, but in my opinion, this is the exact toxicity that Kingsman was blamed for and kicked without warning for. So as I said, CC had a whole section called accountability. She also had a section called loser, which was way longer. Did she apologize to him for this absolutely blatant toxicity? Well, as you might have guessed, no. If anything, she doubled down on it.
Oh,
Watch.
God.
Yes, I did read out the chat. Because when I'm looking to my right, I'm reading chat that called him a loser. And then I repeated it. I shouldn't have read out that chat because it was disrespectful. That's very hypocritical of me for to say that about Kingsman and then say that aloud. That's on me. But I will double down and say replace the term loser with being disrespectful, with asshole or rude. And that's my point. I don't think Kingsman's a loser. I think he's a good player who just wants to win. I think I said that because Kingsman was being a loser. You just criticized and demoralized my teammate for an hour.
The urge to, I don't know, like slam something on my desk really hard, but I don't have the fucking money to replace. Oh my god! You know, I have a bottle. Hold on, let me throw this. Okay, there we go. We're good. For free, no damage, no damage. Okay, I feel so much better.
Repeatedly ignoring our mentions to stop. Like, that's loser behavior. You're being a loser for that. And I'm going to say it again. If you make someone sad for an hour, despite people telling you to stop, that's being a loser. And none of you guys in the chats could even you guys were trying to justify that. There's no justification for being an asshole. That's just what that...
That's justification of being an asshole. Exactly, bitch. You know so. I can't breathe.
That was.
Yeah, I know. This gaslighting is insane. Yeah, well, it gets worse because now she's saying it wasn't a personal attack. What? Like, please explain to me what it is when I call someone a loser.
So it wasn't a personal attack on Kingsman. If Kingsman brought up 1,000 that this was a personal attack on me, I would have argued. I was like, no, that's not a personal attack. That's just facts.
Of course you would have argued because you're a gaslighting, manipulative bully. I mean, how can you sit here, record this, and publish this saying, oh, yeah, you know, calling...
How are you not ashamed? How do you sleep at night? Oh my god.
Him a loser, you know, replace that term with something else and then continue and say, actually, you know what? No. If you bully someone for an hour, you are a loser. Like, what the fuck am I watching? Yeah, I'm sure you're not surprised by now why this video got so many dislikes and so many negative comments. The bully got caught for...
But yeah, wait, I'm confused now. Why did you do this as a VTuber type thingy? Like I said, I don't care about how you sound. I just care about who you are as a person. Cause it's like the heck? I'm confused. Is it gonna mention it?
The first time maybe in her life, faced consequences for the first time, tried to use the same tactic she always used, but this time it failed horrendously. But before we move on from this video, I want to mention something that not many are mentioning at all, actually. At the end of her video, she would have a clip of around a minute and a half, in which Entei, a Marvel Rivals drama-centered TikTok content creator, would talk to Kingsman on stream shortly after he was kicked from the tournament. This guy wouldn't really be on Kingsman's side. He'd tell him that he was overstepping, that he was being extra. One could even say that he was siding with Cici and Zaza as well as Luciasa. This is why Cici felt so compelled to include it at the end of her video, titling this segment, Entei Preach. Just like everything we've watched so far, it's painful, but necessary. Watch.
Kingsman, what I'm trying to get you to understand, though,
in these scenarios.
is that,
I am rolling my eyes. Hold on, we'll try to do that again. Now my eyes feel weird. Oh, I did it too hard.
I am not.
Listen. It's not just Zaza that you're affecting in this. It's also affecting Cici and your entire team synergy because you're complaining about a comp that they clearly don't want to run.
We still synergized.
Fine.
We had a game.
Then you drop it.
Exactly.
Then you drop it.
Exactly. I didn't say anything on the last game. I didn't even say anything.
But
I just left the tournament. I played ranked.
You said enough, bro. Dog, listen, I'm trying to help you. You did say a lot, man. You said a lot. And like I said, I'm gonna be there for you because you getting kicked out the tournament is stupid. I get it. But you were overstepping. You were overstepping the entire time. So you can't get mad when all the overstepping that you have done for the past several days.
Brother, we had one day of scrims after a draft.
Yeah, it really seemed like the entire world was against Kingsman. I mean, if I was in his shoes, I would have gone mad. Like, am I really that crazy? Am I really that insane with everyone telling me I'm a terrible person? Kingsman would then go ahead and ask Entei not to make a drama TikTok about this until he can release his video. He respected that wish. So after Kingsman's video dropped, Entei would drop his own video on his TikTok. And again, even though he was kind of giving the impression that he was Kingsman's friend, it was very obvious that he was taking the side of Cici, Zaza, and Luciana. I mean, look at the things he was saying here. Some very weird takes, like this one. Watch.
The event itself skyrocketed rivals to the front page of Twitch, and they had over 100,000 viewers combined, I believe. Mind you, most of the guys that are in this tournament are partnered on Twitch. If you ran ads during this event, you got bank. I will say, Kingsman played his cards correctly. Paint yourself as the victim in the situation. You got kicked from a $40,000 tournament, even though you were guaranteed to get paid anyway. Make yourself look like the victim. The rest of your teammates were bullying you, and I would believe that if I didn't have the full context.
Yeah, man, he played his cards right, making himself look like the victim. Yeah, this 20-year-old broke college student who just wanted to win some money in a tournament and wanted to do his best definitely is a master manipulator. What a great take. It gets better.
Kingsman, he played it smart. He only showed the game where Zaza did bad. One game where Zaza went 0-5, and that was after 2 hours and several days of internet banter and Kingsman talking her character. And don't twist my words. By character, I mean widow character. Stop it. What Kingsman didn't show in his video were the matches that Zaza full carried the entire team. There were a lot of things omitted from Kingsman's video, funnily enough, including dialogue between me and him at the end, where I talked about the cutthroat of business. But
yeah, I don't think bro even watched Kingsman's video because at the end you can clearly see Zaza performed very well and Kingsman said absolutely nothing because she performed well. He didn't tell her to switch or play someone else. What did he get in return? The entire team bullying him. He would then flex about how he called him later and told him about how this is a cutthroat business, acting like some sort of sage that he should listen to. You know what? I'm glad he didn't listen to him and made his own video. Zaza never carried, even in the game where she performed well. Without Kingsman, he wouldn't have won a single game. His comments all call him out, calling his takes very delusional, very one-sided, and it really emphasized how alone Kingsman was here. How everyone he knew in this community involved in this tournament was just not taking his side. They were all against him, all for clout and superficial business relationships.
Does he regret it now?
So no wonder the entire Marvel Rivals community backed Kingsman up. The consequences were almost instant. You'd have many viral Twitter threads siding with him and asking themselves how this stupid drama could have gotten this bad. Saying things like, the Kingsman drama is so stupid because in what world do you think he's in the wrong? He's got a teammate acting toxic on Black Widow going 6'8" on 200 ping for $40,000. On top of that, he's genuinely making good suggestions and they just tell him to shut the fuck up. Y'all got that? Kingsman really better than me because looking at the screen would have driven me to insanity. And here they're showing...
Yo, that ping is crazy. Shit! That ping! Oh my god! Oh no! That's crazy. Oh, this makes me sad. Hang on, give me a second. Okay, I'm about to let out a freaking Tom scream from Tom and Jerry. But yeah, that guy though that was still defending, he really didn't watch the video. He was over here being like like those overhyped white Mujins and a knights and just not really seeing the problem at all. Not actively looking for it either, it looks like. I don't get it.
The fact that Zaza's stack is almost 200 ping. She's also lower ranked than everyone else on the team. All of a sudden, these uncomfortable moments during the scrims were getting picked up by bigger accounts. Everyone was being made aware of how toxic this truly was towards him. And I mean, it doesn't take a genius. You don't have to watch the whole video. Just one clip is enough to understand how disrespectful the dynamics were towards him. Additionally, Cici was being completely called out because it seemed like she was faking her voice on purpose to appear more innocent and soft, when in reality she sounded completely different on her stream. Here's a comparison. Watch for yourself.
I like a challenge. I like a challenge.
I'll be addressing any allegations or anything that's not true, as well as I included a clip that Kingsman left out in his conversation with Entei.
Hey man, what are we doing here? Is this a catfish? Like, what the hell is this? Did she really think people would empathize with her more if she sounded cuter? The only person who would have liked this is Lakari.
Wait. That's a thing? Wait. Hold up. Roll it back. I'm not chronically online, but that's really a thing? Do people really do fake their voice to sound like, appear innocent? What? That's really a thing? I am so happy I'm not chronicling online. Oh, she should have been on cam. I'm confused. I am so confused. I did not know this was a thing. Oh, they used that as a manipulation tactic? Oh, come on. Come on, y'all. The fuck? Really? Now I'm sad. So now this is why people are like, accusing me of using voice changer and shit because of bad people. People like this make it worse for us. Just so y'all know, there is such thing as natural high-pitched voices, okay? I'm one of them. Please respect me and be nice. This is to all those who are in the bubble who don't believe in natural high-pitched voices. But, yeah. I am so sorry for those bad eggs in a basket. Sorry. Not bad eggs, was it? No, bad apples in the basket that ruined it for Mena. Oh, what I was doing, Ada. Should I do this? Okay, Ada. Ada. Now that's the fifth. Oh, that hurt. I haven't done dupe voice in so long. I need to. Should I? I think I should do like dupe voice moments. Do the dupe voice. What, for real? Yeah, for real? She should have manipulated her community and those watching who never saw it, but yeah. Damn, man. Clip and ship? Yeah, if there's any shipping here, it's with who.
It was so pathetic.
Yo, I heard about that motherfucker. Wait, hold on.
This is Lakari. It was so pathetic. But speaking of pathetic, there was still a very big question mark about how Bassam ZB got a hold of these incriminating clips of Kingsman. Where did they come from? Who was the mastermind behind Kingsman being unrightfully kicked?
I forgot to speak of high-pitched voices. I remember one time when I was out with Red Shadow, there was this elderly guy who asked for help and stuff, and who thought I was 13? And I'm like, brother, what? He's like, you sound young. And I'm like, yeah. That's, yeah, I get told that a lot. But to go that low is, interesting. But then again, it's not as bad as that one person who commented on my video. That something about underage something. And I'm like, bro, that's the first thing that goes into your head? Like, straight up that? Do they not hear, like, also, like, Japanese voice actresses who just are naturally pitched? Like, there's those who are, English who have that tone, too. I'm confused. Y'all confuse me. I'm confusing myself. I hate this. Even as guys who have that, too. Yeah, some guys do, too. I find it adorable. The voice crack and everything. Have more feminine. I find it adorable. I find all types adorable. Also, I also have automatic respect for those who wear glasses. I mean, they're paying to see you.
Well, I'm sure it would come as no surprise, but it was none other than Zaza Stack's boyfriend. He would admit this himself barely a day after Kingsman's video would drop, posting a Google Doc explaining the situation from his perspective.
And it
his
is
intention, of course, was to minimize the massive wave of hate hitting his girlfriend Zaza Stack, Cece, and eventually Luciaza. Instead, though, he would do the opposite, amplifying this hate by 1000% and getting caught in the crossfire as well. So this document is 12 pages, and as someone who's had experience reading many of these throughout my YouTube career, I can tell you right now, it was hastily written. There are a lot of grammatical errors, structure that doesn't make much sense, and arguments that are really reaching to the point of delusion. In fact, throughout multiple times in this document, Kaplunk would admit that he's barely slept since the controversy first appeared after Kingsman's video. Here's how he'd started off. Hello again, I'm Kaplunk or Sam. I'm Zaza's boyfriend and currently living with her. I'm involved in the Marvel Rivals community. Seeing the earthquake this has caused, I'm going to explain my part in the Kingsman situation and the catalyst for him being removed from the tournament. I needed to take accountability for what I essentially started because the hate it has caused all involved is eating me away. In Australia, it's the night before the tournament. Yes, the tournament hadn't even begun by this point, by the way. Like all the games that were played so far were scrims. Zaza's comments are full of hate and threats, and this has blown up massively for something she had nothing to do with. After seeing how this is affecting Zaza, I have decided to explain to the greater community why what happened happened. After the first day of scrims, I spoke to Zaza about Kingsman's comments, and she was hurt but didn't want to cause any drama. She felt she did well though in the first scrims to be given a chance. But during the second day of scrims and hearing Kingsman go on and on, I hit boiling point and went behind Zaza's back to send clips of Kingsman to Basim's team. I'm going to explain why I did this with as many clips I could scramble together in 6 hours. It's currently 1 hour away before the tourneys start. So look, already from the first page, he's making it clear he's fully responsible for what happened. Zaza had no idea. Keep this in mind for later. Then come the clips. Now bear in mind, by the time I was recording this, Kaplunk already privated his Twitter, deleted the doc, and privated the YouTube channel where these clips were uploaded, alright? The only reason I have this right now is because I made a copy knowing that this guy probably doesn't have much of a spine. This isn't really much of a problem though, because most of these arguments that he's making made zero sense. Kaplunk was trying his best to paint Kingsman as someone who was unreasonable, someone who didn't even attempt to give his girlfriend a chance even though she somehow deserved it. Like look, here he would say, the draft went well, and me and Zaza went to Cece's stream where she was talking to Kingsman in her team chat. Immediately, Kingsman was questioning the Zaza pick before even knowing who she was. This is his first reaction when Cece mentioned Zaza from the get-go. Kingsman was complaining about Cece's choice to pick a 190 ping Widow OTP, which stands for One Trick Pony. What's really funny here though is that you don't even have to watch this clip. A 190 ping Widow OTP is enough to trigger anyone who has common sense in this game. This was very reasonable to ask. Kaplunk would then say, he then brought up the money and what it meant to him to win the tournament, where Cece made it known that she wasn't too focused on the money part of the tournament. This should have set Kingsman's expectations on his team's mindset. Whoa, that's a very bold thing to say. What, did Cece tell him that she didn't care about the money from the first day? Let's watch the clip together, shall we? The VTuber Annie Pants had reacted to this document as soon as it dropped, so much of the clips were archived on her VOD. Here's this clip in question, titled Price Pool Conversation. Watch.
If it's a draft like this, I just wish the prize pool was more like split evenly, so people could just have fun and not.
Bro, you get money for just showing up, dude. What do you mean?
Barely.
Yeah, but you get money. That's like 20 bucks. You know what I mean? Wait, 1,000?
First place. Yes, like no, between the teams. So
yeah, so it's like
split 1,000 and 6, and then for first place it's $18,000.
Yeah, yeah, big money.
That's what I'm saying. Like these tournaments where people just want to have fun, like.
What was the point of this clip? Like, why was this? How is this a prize pool? They're just here talking about money and how it would have been nice for it to be more. As a broke college student, Kingsman was saying, dude, you get money for showing up. I'm happy with anything. I'm just happy to be in this tournament, but of course I want to give it my best shot.
I'll be happy with
this was one of the first clips that were included in this document. And all it did was show us that Kaplunk was brain dead. He then goes on to show us more clips of Kingsman being concerned about the fact that someone who plays a sniper has 200 ping. Kaplunk was very pissed about this because he'd say, keep in mind, he hasn't seen Zaza play yet.
Yeah, there he goes.
As if that's necessary to be worried about 200 ping playing a character that no one plays in the pro scene. Kaplunk even includes him.
Isn't it common knowledge though that if you have high ping and you're playing a sniper, it's an automatic red flag? Or is it not common apparently? I thought it was a common thing. Like a common fact, you know? Huh.
Moment in which Kingsman's chat was telling him that Zaza was pissed about his comments towards her. Kingsman would then attempt to talk to Zaza in VC to clear it up. Zaza would instead respond in chat. If anything, this just shows that Kingsman was trying his best to be on good terms with his teammates and was just worried about the ping. This document then starts showing us clips that were in Kingsman's video, where he was very reasonably telling them, hey guys, maybe we should switch. Maybe we're gonna get completely owned if we continue like this. Kaplunk would then show us games from the scrims where his
not much because, yo, that fucking, oh, I want Popeyes. Last time I ordered it, which is what I normally always order, that shit was fucking $70, man. $70 for a bucket and like 3 sides. And it's like, what the fuck? Man. No wonder why I be feeling like I want to cry to the hells in the hells and back. It was $0. That too. Like, what the
his
heck?
girlfriend did well. And then would say, I would like to comment on Kingsman continuing to play magic here into Eshiko's penny. He made it work despite being countered, but made it work.
Fast
a luxury
backwards.
he does not give Zaza. Yeah, buddy, because he's #1 ranked magic on the entire planet. Zaza is diamond. She's not even grandmaster. He then says, I will also note, Kingsman's chat, including a mod, attempts to blame Zaza's widow throughout the entire scrim despite her doing well and the enemy team glazing her. This was getting pathetic. The guy was nitpicking the tiniest things and it still wasn't convincing anyone that he was in the right here. He then goes ahead and shows us many clips we already watched of Kingsman trying his best to make his team understand, guys, we can't keep going like this. We're going to get pummeled in the tournament. As we saw earlier, Zaza would of course argue that she's not going to play anyone else but Widow. They win the first game and she got 2 kills, okay? Kaplunk would argue Widow was playing anti-dive this game and she was not a part of the Deadpool rush ults. Her 2 kills were on people diving the backline, stopping them from picking on Casey. Just bear in mind, this whole game maybe lasted like more than 20 minutes, right? The fact that she only killed 2 people, or hell, touched 2 people with her sniper says a lot.
Oh, no.
But of course, the White Knight will defend his girlfriend no matter what. He'd say, this entire round has played out while arguing, and Zaza goes,
yeah, look, listen. Defend your spouse, fine, but you also need to learn to hit them with facts too. Cause it's normal for people to be wrong, man. I know it sucks not to be wrong. It's a crappy feeling. Of course they're gonna be defensive.
0 and 4. This is the first game in the 6 scrims they have done that she has a negative KD and Kingsman crashes out. Let's see how Kingsman crashes out.
Oh, I want to see what the definition of crashing out is.
Firehawk. He dies.
Damn, look at the way he plays.
Okay, guys. Pace
I
and
want him to be my sensor.
proven. Right now. Do you understand?
No, well, you've been making me feel like shit. Of course I'm gonna
How
play
do you not see the problem right now?
Wait, first of all,
Wait, what the fuck? Oh yeah, this is what she had. Oh. He is proving a point. He's not crashing out. He's like, see, the problem is, please. He's actually begging them to finally see the problem. And they're not willing to. Where is a carrot house? That's you.
That ass Kingsman, like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, bro.
Especially when you're raised to be.
It's not even
It's not just that too. It's like you're also raised to be like this perfect being, and one little mess up, they just bag on you, and it's like, okay, thanks. You know, you know. But look at that shit, man. In this case, you have to point out the problem. Have them see the problem. I don't care if it's your spouse or anybody. If they get mad, let them be mad because they need to really see the problem. I'd rather them be mad and face more consequences later, you know? It's like, punishments, you know. as you grow up when you're a kid. You gotta learn the consequences, or else if you don't learn, worse things can happen if you don't fix that problem.
And this, second of all, you're getting value
crashes out. You know what, dude? I think anyone who was reasonable, who had common sense, and who wanted to win this tournament would have done way worse than what he did. The mental gymnastics that Kaplunk was pulling here were out of this world. And this is when the White Knight would step in. He'd say, this is
White Knight, there we go.
I was watching this, and I had been clipping on an alt account since the start of the VOD when the first comments came in. I then messaged a member of production I know and told him to get Basim to watch Kingsman's stream. I went behind Zaza's back to do this. She was still in the scrim and didn't know what I was doing from the next room. I then sent multiple of the above clips to Basim with the context of everything since draft day. Here we can see DMs between Kaplunk and one of the members of production. Kaplunk would start off the DM saying, are you around? If you are, lurk CC or Kingsman streams. He'd say, okay, what's going on? Kaplunk would say, Kingsman is out to get Zaza, telling her she can't stay with him. He needs the money and to play triple support. The crew member would say she's not a support player. Kaplunk would say, yeah, it's pissing me off. He's been on to her since the draft, and she hasn't wanted to stir the pot, but he is slandering her in front of his 200 viewers. Crew member would say, like, is he talking shit when unmuted to his stream? Kaplunk would say, I'll lurk just his stream to see. Crew member would say, did CC mute Kingsman on her stream or something? Kaplunk would say, I don't think so. They have been at it for at least the last hour. It's between matches and rounds, it flares up again. He'd then say, there's a clip I'll get from the VOD later where he's just talking about the money. Send this to Basim and CC. While they talk, they will want to see it. Dude, again, how dare he care about the money? Like, how dare he? How dare he get into a tournament with a $40,000 prize pool and care about winning? What a disgusting piece of shit. He then continued the document and said, I didn't tell Zaza what I was doing because she hates drama and she wouldn't want it to blow up like it has. Since draft day, I was lurking Kingsman and CC's stream. Zaza was being targeted from the get-go with no prior knowledge of her gameplay. This crash out was the last straw for me. I was unable to hold my bias or tongue anymore. This is the time that CC was pulled aside to make a final decision. There's more I want to cover, but I'll make this part available until I finish writing the rest, and I'll add it here. He would then include more clips and more explanations that don't matter at all in the grand scheme of things and only make him more delusional, and he'd finally say, personal note. There are several days of responses and rumors to cover, but I haven't slept to put it together enough. At the end of the day, the decision to report Kingsman was my own. The decision to kick him was made by Basim. Zaza didn't know I had anything to do with it until after the scrims. I was a full belief Kingsman was unprofessional in a setting he had to be, full stop. I also have a downloaded copy of VOD 3 which I will upload and attach so it's immortalized before Twitch or anything else purges it. This dude...
for the money, that's why I don't fucking get it. Look at you talking about the money. You're in a fucking tournament, it's about the money.
The only thing that got purged from the internet was his stupid YouTube channel with videos that made no sense when it came to the context he was offering.
They're just pulling an excuse out the ass at this point.
And I think the funniest part of all this is that while Annie Pants was reading this live on stream after he had published it to everyone in the community, he was changing things up based on criticism, making it seem like he wasn't even editing it. Look at this.
Actually fire. Wait, did he delete it? What happened?
He just straight up deleted a paragraph, dude. Oh. And he deleted another sentence. Like, he deleted the sentence that says no means no. If you can't take no for an answer after it was given to you several times, that's on you. Of course, this was all written to make Kingsman look as bad as possible. Of course, what ended up happening was the complete opposite. Kaplunk ended up looking like the biggest clown imaginable. The quote tweets were endless and they were all clowning on him. A whole Google document because a soft A wanted to win $40,000 and his teammates didn't. I'm in tears. Instead of minimizing the drama, Kaplunk ended up amplifying it to levels no one could have ever predicted. It got so bad. And CC would go ahead and quote tweet it herself. She would attempt to divert all the hate that she's receiving to Kaplunk. Okay, this wasn't a friendly quote tweet. She'd say, for those on the niche side of Marvel Rivals, there was a creator tourney where I was team captain and someone on my team got kicked for disrespectful behavior. A video was released where I was made to seem like it was my fault he got booted. I'm here to clarify.
Say the name. Say the name.
Again, because Kingsman won't. I was not the reason. Quote tweeting Kaplunk's Google document. This wouldn't work though because she'd get community noted, saying, you fostered the toxic environment. You were one of the most disrespectful people there. Linking Kingsman's video. She would turn off replies, but before she would, people were absolutely cooking her, ratioing her over 10 times.
No, she stole bottle it. Okay, I need to do it again. Chat, let's do it again. Okay, there we go. I feel so much better. Okay.
One person here would try to suck up to her and be on her side, saying his cult is insane, referring to Kingsman. Because watching from the beginning, all the comments were not needed. They're going too hard about money. This dude would get a community note with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different links saying contestants who join tournaments usually care about money. It's almost always why they're in the tournament to begin with. Kingsman had every right to express that he wanted to win. Thankfully, though, the majority of people, and by majority I mean 99.99%, had more than 2 brain cells to work together. They weren't going to get gaslit or fooled, and her strategy that she's employed her entire career to get away from the consequences simply wasn't working here. But while Cici and Zaza were getting the majority of the hate, one person was still left on the sidelines and got less. Luciaza, the person here who was meant to be Kingsman's friend and completely stabbed him in the back. She would delete her VOD of the scrims with Kingsman and the rest of the team, hoping to wipe evidence, but someone would come in with this clip that they had saved to really show us how vile of a person she was, along with both Zaza and Cici. Watch.
Girl,
I have
he
a
was
genuine
rooting for
question.
you.
Like, seriously, answer this. Even if you support Kingsman, whatever, support Kingsman like it's fucking Israel. Anyways, whatever.
What
whatever
the
you have in your
fuck?
head, I have a genuine question. Ready? I'm saying, I have a.
Honestly, who gives a shit what her question was? How weird do you have to be as a person to say something like this? To compare what happened to Kingsman to
What?
Israel? Like, how did we even get here? Next up, you'd have Cici, one day after Kaplunk would release his Google document, tweeting out her quote-unquote final statement that she would delete very shortly afterwards. Here's what she said. My final statement. I take accountability for my poor handling of the situation and should have accommodated Kingsman better because I understood his motivation to try and win $3,000. In parentheses, not 40K. As if that matters, you idiot! She then said, I misspoke in the green light clip. In that same stream, after the clip was cut, I clarified Basim did not ask for approval. He was going to kick him regardless. Yeah, but you didn't even bother defending him as team captain. At the end of the day, he wanted money, and I wanted to defend my teammate from someone who was dogging on her from draft day about playing Widow in a creator tourney. I only called him a loser. I did not say shut the fuck up, rage bait him, or insult him.
No, I knew that bottle. I knew that bottle. I knew that bottle again. Hang on.
Oh my god.
She's so stupid! There's video evidence, you dummy! Oh my god.
Other than that, if me asking him to stop is where you draw the line, then okay, insult me, crying emoji. And yes, I told my friend in Twitch chat to kill themselves. I've been banned and freed. Your favorite streamer probably says worse behind closed doors, crying emoji. Yeah, so that last part was in reference to how she was banned for 24 hours during the tournament. People were wondering why. Turns out she typed KYS to one of her viewers, who she called a friend. Wonderful behavior, again, by a team captain. Here she was doubling down. Again, missing the entire point about why people were mad at her. She keeps saying I take accountability without actually taking any accountability, without ever apologizing, and while still justifying why she called him a loser.
Listen. I understand people's friends, especially close friends, can say stuff like that. But the problem is when she said it during this fucking thing. But in Twitch chat, yeah, you could get banned for that. So once again, dumb.
A goldfish would have understood what they're meant to do, but she couldn't get it through her head. But guys, look, all Cici wanted really from Kingsman was good vibes. People were starting to wonder, are these the same good vibes she was exhibiting in her TikTok? After making a post and a video and multiple statements of her taking accountability, she was still being extremely toxic. Look at some examples. Someone would say, got your best...
Good vibes! Good... I told Zane, shut the fuck up and just... it's a lot to nice, but I'm sorry, good vibes. It's just off. It's weird to me. That's why I'm laughing, because I'm trying to piece together a someone who's really toxic, a toxic person, and talking about good vibes, wanting to spread good vibes. I just, I'm sorry. should call me Bernula, my brother. Good times, good times. Listen, Bernula's good. I want to learn how to make it myself because I don't want it to be overcooked. You know, people do it at different times, and I want to make sure it's at a good amount, you know?
Player kicked from the team, goodbye $40,000, hello good vibes, to which you would say $3,000 and we've got better players and vibes now. Someone else would say, lol, Blazing Kingsman's for what now y'all gonna lose, kicked out y'all best player, lol, to which you would say he did it to himself. Check this one out. If you don't want to win, don't scrim and don't draft people who do want to win. To which she would say, I don't want to win with someone who can't take no for an answer. So now she was insinuating that this was someone who couldn't accept consent. Isn't that incredible? Really, like how far down can you dig your hole? Apparently for Cece, she can go down to the Earth's core without even batting an eye, without even having a hint of self-awareness. In the replies of this post, you'd find Zaza's tag, saying, not a single screenshot there is me. Also, I had zero input into the decision of him being kicked. People gotta stop pretending like it was within their power. Someone would ratio her like more than 1 million times saying there are screenshots of your replies actually is through the thread. And they weren't lying. In these replies, Zaza was playing the victim, telling everyone that she had no idea who was going to get kicked, she had no input into it, and she was only bullied. This is why her performance was bad, and this is why she was sad. He was rude, he didn't take no for an answer, and he was pushy for an hour. She'd even say she was never rude back to him. But the clips that we saw earlier in the video definitely show us a different story. Throughout this entire thing, not a single person apologized to Kingsman. Not a single person admitted that they were wrong. Everyone was just doubling down or, like Luciaza, pretending like nothing actually happened. The only person that would finally, a few days after the video, more specifically 3 days, that would admit that they were wrong was the tournament organizer, Basim ZB. Here's what he had to say. Watch.
The people, when they come in here, when they hate, they're justified in what they're saying. They're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
That was not the vibes we got earlier.
Beating around the bush. I don't know why it's
That's not the vibes we got earlier, my guy.
You fucked up. I made a decision based off of haste and based off of misinformation, but everybody in the team knew what was going on. Everybody in this team knew what was going on, and the fact that nobody told me anything was that's whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Whatever.
So look, there's no question that Basim completely screwed up in his role of tournament organizer. I've seen many people call for him to never be able to host another tournament again, and he's also had a lot of hate thrown his way. He even admitted it, but he also said that it was justified. He understands why it's happening. He screwed up. Look, we all make mistakes in life, all right? And I think what's important is that we learn from them. At least Basim had the self-awareness required to understood that he made a mistake, and he said so. Good for him. What's really unfortunate though is that this self-awareness did not rub on the whole bullying group whatsoever. Everything we saw so far was nothing more than a very bad attempt at damage control. This obviously didn't work at all. If anything, it made things considerably worse. How much worse? Well, the bullies in question were about to find that out the hard way. Shortly after the Google Doc, Kaplunk would make yet another tweet.
Yeah, we still got about
Here
like
he'd say,
40
"To
minutes
Kingsman,
left.
permission have to apologize and talk about the way things went down. In this case, I went about it in completely the wrong way. I overstepped. Zaza told me to leave it alone in confidence and dumb impulse decisions. Kingsman, I'm sorry for sending the clips which caused Basim to kick you from the event. The Google Doc released was one-sided and painted you in an extremely negative light with my bias. I shouldn't have gone out of my way to involve myself in a situation I was not a part of. Zaza, I am sorry for going behind your back to release a Google document despite you warning me not to. This has been a massive wake-up call, and if there's any hate to be directed to me, not Zaza or Kingsman." Shortly after posting this,
all they had to do was listen. All they had to do was listen and give his suggestions a shot. All they had to do. You're in a tournament, not playing quick play or just a normal, competitive. Like, I understand it. Some people, it took something drastic to happen, especially if it means getting caught, to learn your lesson. That happens with some people, but...
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Kaplunk would go ahead and private his Twitter account. So this was him essentially hoping that all the hate would be redirected towards him so that his girlfriend could finally live in peace. He He made it seem like he was the one who did this. She was the reasonable one telling him to stop drama farming, but he just wouldn't listen. This of course made the community hate him even more because this guy had essentially admitted to going behind his girlfriend's back and sending a lot of hate her way. Someone would quote tweet that last tweet that Kaplunk had made and say, Zaza will forever be known as an EOMM agent and it's your fault. In a nutshell, this means that she's always on the losing team, like she's there to pretty much sabotage you. You reported him and made a doc where you blatantly lied just to make him seem bad. Now
look at that. Every little player in freaking Marvel Rivals will type in chat, Zaza.
You're trying to delete everything to hide it and come out with an apology that we know you don't actually believe in. But here's the deal. People weren't stupid. They were keeping track of these things.
Oh, and speaking of Sissy chick, yo, someone in the YouTube comment said she's gonna Susie and desist. I was dying, bro. I was dying when I read that shit.
The guy was very blatantly lying because as soon as he posted his Google Doc, his girlfriend, Zaza Stack, would repost it. This was of course about to backfire both on him and his girlfriend very harshly later, but in the meantime, Sissy would make yet another statement. This would get over 17
That is crazy. Over 17 million views. Oh, you fucked up. No, you fucked up.
million views. Here's what she would say. I'm sorry I failed to realize that I need to take proper accountability on here as well. Many of you saw my replies and they were defensive, deflecting, and argumentative. I was busy fighting to defend myself and I deleted them now because I realized what you guys really wanted from me was a sincere apology. Took you long enough. As a team captain, I have a responsibility to make accommodations for all my teammates. While advocating for my widow OTP, I also need to better respect Kingsman's wishes. Once the team environment became disruptive, I needed to de-escalate.
So now my problem with this is that now she's doing an apology like this. So I think where we have an issue is that it's been days and people have told you time and time again, you're in the wrong, and she always get defensive and be like, I'm not in the wrong, all those times. And now she's posting this. You know? That's why it leaves a bad taste in men's mouths, you know?
With a solution for both parties. A simple, hey guys, let's try this game with Widow, then the next one we can switch things up, could have worked. Emotions were high, and I failed to notice, which resulted in me snapping at Kingsman. I apologize, as no matter what, raising voices and instantly shutting down a teammate is not the right thing to do. I also should have reprimanded the comments directed at Kingsman once the scrims were over. I needed to hold everyone accountable. I also apologize for calling Kingsman a loser, and I should not have read that in chat in the first place. It was very disrespectful, as Kingsman was just trying to win. And as a leader, I needed to lead without emotions and a clear view. I said good vibes are important, but failed to create that properly. Before Kingsman video went out, I had already reflected, which is why I didn't realize you guys needed to hear it too. I'm sorry my Twitter fingers went first, not this. I tried my best to be ready as a captain, preparing a spreadsheet with various comps and playstyles, but I learned that being a team captain is more than strategies, it's about everyone on the team. They all need to have a say. Wow, what a wonderful apology. If only she posted this first without being defensive, weird, entitled, quote tweeting Kaplunk's terrible Google Doc, you know, a whole list of things. But by this point, it was too late. People were not buying this. She was just trying to do this as a PR move. In fact, she got community noted. Here's what it said. Even after the initial situation calmed down, CC continued to bully Kingsman and speak ill of him across social media. CC has a history of attacking other players and talking trash, linking a tweet. In this tweet, we can see some of the TikTok comments that we already saw earlier, as well as messages in her Discord. She'd say, I'm pretty sure he spent all 20 years of his life inside playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills. She's of course referring to Kingsman. More bullying, wonderful. As people were raiding her Discord because of how terrible of a person she is, she'd say, yo Kingsman cocksuckers, screenshot this. Y'all think I ain't see the toxicity in the Kingsman Discord? W not spreading hate from the mods and Kingsman community. This only served to make people hate her more.
I don't understand when it said spreading hate when there's factual evidence. It's to make people aware.
This, she would reply to that apology we just saw and say, I'm sorry I was going off the video and forgot to explicitly call this out. Earlier today, I woke up to 1,000 plus notifications from the day before and people had joined my server from Kingsman. I was having a panic attack and I just started experiencing them. So on my freakout, I said Kingsman lacked social skills because he spends his time playing video games inside.
Everyone's different, but I never heard someone having a panic attack and reacting like that. So now I guess it's different for everybody. When it goes, for me though, I stay away from every social media, when I have a panic attack, so, are you sure?
I was angry and ended up lashing out at him instead of his community. I deeply regret it and I apologize for flinging another insult out. This shows I have terrible character, but I will be working on watching the words I say and getting help with my panic attacks. Heart emoji. The community note would come in and say, she doesn't actually feel bad. This is a PR move. Linking the same tweet we just looked at. Someone would quote tweet this reply and say, she ulted. Heart emoji.
It is wild.
That's it, man. She ulted. She pulled out her biggest move. I was having panic attacks. You know what's really funny? During the draft stream, Kingsman was specifically told that Cece would make a good team captain because she has military experience. This leads her to be able to handle high pressure. There she is having a panic attack because she's being raided due to consequences of her own actions. What kind of military are we talking about here? GTA RP? Like, come on, who are you kidding? Anyway, while the high-tech military commando known as Cece was being absolutely dogpiled, Zaza was still fighting her own battle. By this point, she still hadn't made a single statement. This is when people would choose to go to her older tweets to call her out, with this person saying, "You realize you can't hide, right? You fucked up big time, homegirl." To which again, she would give the same narrative. "I'm aware and I'm not trying to hide, but people gotta chill. I had absolutely zero input into the decision of him being kicked. The power was out of my hands there, and people still think it was my fault." People would call out her performance and how much she sucked, and then she would say, "So now you're just hating because you don't want to recognize that I have informed you with the truth, and you want any reason to still hate."
That
wow.
sure got 2.4
She was still
million
going
views.
as hard as possible with the narrative that she had no idea she was just someone in the middle of a crossfire that she's not involved in. Eventually though, around 8 hours after Cece would make her apology tweet in which she finally uttered the word sorry, Zaza Stack would come out with her own statement, saying, "Sorry, it has taken me a while to write out a response to the Kingsman drama. I am the Widow player involved and wanted to take some time to collect my thoughts and reflect on the things that took place." Just to preface this post contains clarity and accountability. To start things off, I believe there are a lot of people who have blown this way out of proportion when it could have just been solved with a simple conversation instead of escalating things. That is on everyone involved. I'm taking accountability for not swapping off of Widow when I should have. The games that we're playing in Kingsman's YouTube video were practice scrim games and not the actual tournament games, so I was hoping I would have a proper chance to show off my Widow gameplay. My choice to stay on Widow was never because of ego or wanting to throw, and the whole way through the tournament I continued to tell Kingsman that I still wanted to try and wanted to help him win. The reason I initially said no to his suggestions was because they were out of my hero pool and I had no playtime on them. Kingsman was made aware of my hero pool from day one, and when he asked for Phoenix instead, I was too focused on processing the pressure that I was feeling from him constantly pushing me to swap. In hindsight, I should have just swapped to Phoenix or Gila so we could have practiced that too. As for when Kingsman said that he could switch to Bucky or Mantis and try that idea was never attempted because I said that his magic gameplay was really good and I thought that his magic was working. Of course it was going to work, he's rank 1 magic in the world. Black Widow is competitively my best hero, and when I was invited and signed up for the tournament, initially there was no prize pool and it was labeled as a creator tournament. The $40,000 prize pool came as a surprise later on and was split between everyone who played in the tournament in teams from 1st to 8th place, with 1st place getting $3,000 each for winning, so everyone ended up getting paid. I think a lot of people have been getting my voice mixed up with the other girls' voices and have been struggling to tell us apart, which has led to way more unwarranted hate than there has to be. She'd then say, "I was never once rude to Kingsman in the VODs even when asked to talk my shit." I will take accountability for getting stern after a while of being asked the same question over and over, and do apologize for that, as I definitely could have had more patience. However, I still don't believe that I insulted him in any way. If Kingsman is at all offended by any of my actions, then I am deeply sorry to him. On the topic of the drama, I would also like to address my boyfriend's, Kaplunk's, input into the situation. With Cap and I living in the same house, I know how easy it is to believe that we worked together on sending through clips or the creation of the document. I can confirm that we did not work together on any of that at all. There had been comments and concerns from Kingsman since the draft day about my Widow pick potential. On day 1 of scrims, I had told Cap to not send through any clips of Kingsman downing my Widow or muting up to speak to his stream, as the day 1 games went well. I warned Cap that I could handle the situation of doubt by conversing, and that if Kingsman were to end up getting kicked from the tournament, it would bring flame on all of us. Wow, does she have a crystal ball? That's highly mature from someone like her, huh? On day 2 of scrims, Kaplunk had sent through clips to tournament administration without me knowing, in a moment of feeling overprotective for me, so that they were aware of Kingsman being pushy towards my choice to play Widow.
It's so free and easy not to be an asshole.
The clips were passed on to the tournament host, Basim ZB, and a rushed, overconfident decision was made to kick Kingsman from the tournament. Basim ZB has since taken accountability for his rushed decision and lack of research on his recent Twitch streams.
Said no.
You know, I love working on this video so far because I don't even have to say anything about this statement. Community notes are present on every single statement made by the girls here, and they say everything that needs to be said. Here's what this one said in particular. Zaza Stack states that she never knew or helped write the Google Doc. However, she'd retweeted several tweets containing the doc as an attempt to defend herself. Actually, you know what? This community note could have been written a bit better. Not only did she retweet the document multiple times, she was also fully aware it was being written because, well, she admitted it live on her stream. Watch it for yourself.
Cece, did you see the document Cap was putting together about it all?
Y'all belong together, bro. Y'all belong together. Oh my god, bro. Shit. We belong together, man. Okay.
Rage bait for more views? I'm not a rage baiter, bro. I'm not a rage baiter. You tweeted it? Yeah. Yeah, he's being very, like, straightforward about everything and putting all the evidence in there, too. He's actually, Cap has a lot of experience writing good documents like that, so.
Good documents! That's something to be proud of when it comes to being on the wrong side. Or coming from the wrong side. God, sorry, my allergies. Damn. She is cool. She is so
Yo, Cece, did you see the Google Doc that my boyfriend's putting together? It's also really funny to me how she's gloating. Oh yeah, dude, he knows how to write these documents, man. Really? Did we both read the same thing?
Yeah.
Incoherent structure, clips that don't make sense, grammatical errors that a toddler could have avoided? Really? But guys, I swear I didn't want my boyfriend to publish this because I knew that this was going to cause me drama. I could just foresee the future. How much of a clown can you be in one incident? How much, dude? Her statement wouldn't simply just end here, though. She then continues, saying, as for the Google document that Kaplunk had released, all the information within that was 100% factual and drawn from the VODs. However, it didn't shed any light from Kingsman's side of the story, which I believe was needed too. About 4 hours before the tournament started, I was downstairs crying from some of the misinformation and hate that was being spread after Kingsman had posted his YouTube video. Even though he had told people not to hate on others at the start of the video, seeing how upset I was sparked Cap to put together the Google document that he posted. She then continues saying he had told me that he forgot to finish doing something on his PC and then went upstairs to his setup. I went to bed as I needed sleep before the tournament as it was early morning hours in Australia. After a while, I messaged him saying, I don't know what you are doing on your PC, but I have a gut feeling you are writing a post or a document and I think you should leave it and come sleep. I ended up falling asleep and he ended up staying up writing the Google document so that he could post it before the tournament started in attempts to clarify things from my side. The clip titled, Zaza was all for the document according to this clip on my Twitch was after the document had been posted and I had already read through it. It was completely Kaplunk's decision alone to post the document in the first place. Yes, Kaplunk might might be my boyfriend, but that does not mean I have control over his actions. Just like everyone else involved, he is still his own individual person, and he has since written a public apology to
based on that clip, it doesn't sound like you told him not to.
Take accountability on his profile here on Twitter. I never intended to offend Kingsman or throw away an important tournament to him, as I still wanted to help him win. But if he is at all offended by any of my actions, then I again apologize deeply and hope that we can all move on from this. Again, this would be community noted. The community notes did not let her post a single thing without correcting her, by the way. It would say, OP did not intend on winning or helping Kingsman, as she repeatedly continued to play Widow on high ping while berating Kingsman for being asked to switch. She was also on stream viewing the document with her boyfriend and approved it, linking the clip that we just watched. She would then finally say, also, just to leave a note here, I've limited the comments because people commenting were already trying to be misogynistic or racist.
Oh, there's that word again. There's that fucking word again. Oh my god. Y'all just throw that around like it's fucking pizza dough. Here's a slice, here's a slice, here's a slice. Like, come on. Oh, pizza sounds so good right now.
As soon as I posted this. Again, a community note would come in and say, Zaza Stack and the others associated with the mistreatment of Kingsman have often limited comments whenever it is obvious the majority will give criticism, not due to racism or sexism. Zaza has already shown to be untrustworthy due to her admitted approval of the document by Kaplan. God, it is just wiping the floor with them. Someone would ratio the hell out of her before the comments would be limited, saying, said a whole lot of
for the vibes!
After most likely many years of
clean up on aisle 5 for the vibes, y'all. I'm fucking dead. These people. Fucking hell, man.
This bullying behavior, these people were finally getting what they deserved. It was very satisfying, and the entire community was very happy to see this. However, by now, many people, including myself, thought that, okay, fine, things will finally die down now. They posted their final statements, they said what they had to say.
Oh,
can't
yo, someone did a fan art of this reaction post. Whoa, for Widow.
Get any worse, right? Well, we were all proven wrong when Kingsman would make an entire brand new Twitter account just so that he can post new information he acquired. This would somehow, even after everything we've just seen, make everyone look considerably worse.
Shit.
On January 21st, barely a few hours after Zaza had posted her long statement, Kingsman would create a Twitter account and tweet, "Hey everyone, I originally wasn't planning on posting this, but the first screenshot kind of messed with my vibes a bit, so here it is."
And also,
posting his
on the
own
other side of aisle 5 for the lies.
The document would be barely a couple pages long, and it would be very screenshot heavy. He'd start off by saying, originally I wasn't planning to post anything else on this, but I saw this. He'd come across a screenshot between Kaplunk and what seems to be the crew member he was talking to. This would be the continuation of the DMs he was having with the crew member, where he said it's between matches and rounds it flares up again. The crew member would say, go on an alt, clip anonymously, download the clip. If there's anything that can help us get him kicked off the team, don't worry, plenty of people in line just as good. Kingsman, like everybody else, is replaceable, playing for the money, ... Get the fuck out. There's no bans. To which Kaplunk would say, yeah, I'll go through it. This is when Kingsman would say, and this is just blind speculation, but the fact that you referred to it as helping us get him kicked off means that multiple people were trying to do that on my team. Kaplunk is Zaza's boyfriend, and I'm assuming this message is with one of the team members. And I'm 99% sure it's Cece. So this was Kingsman pretty much saying that this wasn't with a crew member on the production team.
My
for this
vibes,
tournament.
look
This
at
was
the word vibes.
actually Kaplunk talking to Cece. This is his speculation. Of course, insinuating that Kaplunk was lying in his document when he said that this was a crew member. And honestly, after everything that's happened so far, I don't think it would be a crazy revelation. He'd then continue and say, either way,
I would be pissed. Listen, like I said before, I understand if that thing is significant other because, you know, they're going to get their boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. But if they are in the wrong, you tell them they are wrong even if they get pissed at you. Because that is not okay, man. They're going to keep doing it. They don't get worse and their behavior will get worse. They'll go up and up and up and inevitably something will happen that cannot be reversed. Oh, my God. If Red Shadow did this shit, if he did something behind my back, I'd be like, oh, hell no. The chocolate and a screen match and the couch for a fucking hour. But to this magnitude, broke up. Divorce. Like, for real, the fuck?
My vibes were
And
off.
it-
so here's the
especially
DMs
in
between
their
me
case,
and
not
her
just
after
that,
I got
but
kicked
they
and
knew.
posted the video
She knew.
right before the tournament
Y'all
started.
deserve
These
each other,
messages
bro.
would start off with Cece messaging Kingsman in Discord DMs saying, "Bro, please do something. These fucking NPCs in my Discord server. TikTok chat, Instagram, comments, streams." To which Kingsman would say, "I told him not to harass anyone like 40 times in my vid. If you have like Twitch names, I can ban them." To which she would say, "Holy fuck, they think I'm responsible for banning you," when all I said was, "Okay, I agree, Basim."
But she is. She's just.
He was gonna boot you anyways, no
didn't
matter
she-
what I did. I wish you asked for clarification before you posted this godforsaken
Throw him
video. Instead, I'm
out.
here fighting panic attacks and mass banning people on X different platforms. Make another post
I'll
or
throw
delete the video
myself
if you
out
really
there
care.
for that
20 minutes would
behavior.
pass,
Oh,
and she would
hell
send
no.
another message saying, "Hello, do you have any response? Just like you want $40,000, I want some peace of mind for the next time I go live," crying emoji. God, even in these DMs, she sounds so vile. Kingsman would then say, "I'm not deleting the video. It's legit just a VOD. But I've already told my viewers like a trillion times not to harass anyone, and I'll keep saying that at the start of my streams and banning whoever I see." This is when
So she has every right, and everybody else has every right to take a clip out of context, but he's not allowed to put a fucking VOD up that has all the context. Are y'all shitting me? Yo, Ilsa Taylor, what's that? Yo, Phoenix, come here. Objection, bro. This is stupid. Yo, Capcom, if we're doing another Ilsa Taylor game, put a situation exactly like this in your game, please.
say, "Why not? You took my clip out of context before even asking me for clarification. You can
Did
re-upload
y'all
the VOD
ask for
again, no?" To which
clarification?
he would
No.
say, "The VOD is staying up, dude. I'm not taking it down. Nothing is out of context. It's just the 16th and then the draft from a viewer's perspective." This is when she'd say, "You insinuated I was the one who got you banned, question mark? You put a screenshot of a random Discord message from someone else saying I was sus for going into a one-on-one call with Basim?" He'd reply with, "You said in the same video, I have a boss call with Basim. In the same vid you say I greenlit it. I'm not here to argue, so..." To which she would say, "Oh, sorry. Are you uncomfortable that I'm taking no for an answer?" Oh my god. The same way you didn't take no for an answer for an hour? Or
Mujin. Oh my god, it's correct. Where's my fucking bottle? I need to do it again, y'all. I'm getting angry. This is a weak ass throw, but it worked. Let me pick it back up so I don't have to get up again. Oh my god. No, fuck it. Throwing it again. Okay, there we go. Y'all took cover good. That shit probably sounds weird.
the fact that the only thing you said to the team was about money? Like, seriously, bro. Why the fuck would I want to kick you if I insisted you stay after you said you want to go play ranked? Thanks for throwing me under the fucking bus and into unlimited harassment for X amount of weeks, if not months.
Girl,
get your fucking clicks now,
the
all because your own
consequences.
actions got you
Here comes
banned
the
and you can't accept that. Usually I'd be
consequence.
mature, but I don't owe you that if you can't even see how you're in the wrong. You are an
consequences for your
asshole for harassing
actions.
Zaza for a whole
My
hour and making her upset even after we said to drop, and now I'm getting that harassment tenfold. Kingsman would then say, "Sorry to hear that." To which Cece would say, "Stop lying. You're not sorry."
So
He'd
I
say,
don't really
"I
know
mean,
if
you
that's
also
so
just got banned
proud
from
of
Twitch
you
the
or
same day
sorry
for
it
your actions,
happened."
which is a totally separate matter." She'd say, "For what actions? LMAO, I said something in chat to my friend." That's something being KYS, by the way. To which Kingman would say, "Okay." She'd say, "It's completely unrelated." He'd say, "I'm done talking. Good luck on the tournament." And she'd end this with, "You know I hard defended you." When drama
No, she didn't. Oh my god, no, she didn't.
farmed. I got into major drama in Creator Discord
No,
with a
she
bunch of people
didn't.
just
Why is she
dogging on me for
fucking
being
lying?
upset.
Even my
Entei
freaking-
went behind my back to
my
talk bad about you
tracker
and
was-
luck.
is
Had creators
broken
tell me how
because
you're
of
a
this
crash
shit.
out and that
Oh,
it's not good I
God.
got you on my team and I still defended you. I ain't ever met such a narcissist like you. Wow, incredible. And if you guys don't remember,
A narcissist like you? What?
Entei was that one
Is
Marvel
she
Rivals TikTok drama
serious?
creator that we talked about earlier. Kingsman would then say in the document, she then removed me from the Discord server with Rivals creators all over TikTok where we chat. And apparently, she was the owner, LMAO.
Yeah.
Also on a side note, why am I getting messages like this, LMAO? This would be a message from clearly someone who is extremely mentally ill, pretty much saying that he's very angry at Kingsman for clarifying that he's not a misogynist at the end of his video. Going as far as saying, "You're a fucking disgrace for any self-respecting human, and I hope life R-words you by the very women you claim not to hate. Unless, of course, you change your ways." Anyway, this Google Doc served to show us that Cece was truly, I mean, if you weren't convinced yet, a terrible, vile person. Not once did she apologize to him in private.
And
Not even
racist, he didn't even
once.
call
She made
her
herself
a
out to be some
noob or
saint, was always
anything.
on his side, and that she never did
He's
anything
just
wrong.
saying the
When Kingsman
facts
refused
the
to go with her
vibe
pity
with
farming,
the
she would
context and
really crash
everything.
out on him. This is actually a real definition of crashing out, not what Kingsman did during the scrims. Kingsman would reply to this post saying, "Also, I'm so glad CC also turned the Marvel Rivals creator Discord from a server I used to know and talk with people into a CC Glaze server with my old friends." We see a content creator saying that she was furious with Kaplunk because he hurt so many careers. We'd see someone else saying, "I gained 600 followers after making a video showing CC as the Antichrist." More importantly though, we'd see a content creator by the name of Ashlyn tagging both CC and Zaza Stack and saying, "Don't let these people try and bully you off the internet. I know it's annoying, but use it as an opportunity to gain favor from people who support you. The parasocials will forget about it in a few days when they move on to the next thing. Basically, it's free ad revenue." To which CC would reply with, "I just put 12 ads on my YouTube video." Yes, the one that got mass disliked. This again didn't help her case at all. CC would reply to Kingsman's tweet like in less than half an hour and say, "I made a quote tweet. These DMs say the timestamp is today, but it was immediately after I uploaded my video and saw all those hate comments for the first time saying I was the ringleader who got you kicked, when I am not. I'll take the screenshots insulting you to the chin, but it is not proof of me talking with Kaplunk." This is when she would be hit with one of the most ruthless community notes I've ever seen, with 9 different links of proof, which we already saw, saying CC was the team captain.
She got a
She
smack
had
to
every
the
opportunity to not
everybody
only
needs
stop
a
her teammates from
good,
bullying and harassing
wake-up
Kingsman
call,
during and
man.
even after the tournament, but
That
also
is
not do so
crazy.
herself. Kingsman would reply, ratioing the hell out of her, saying, "That's pretty epic." Also, showing the screenshot of her saying KYS to "I am Jabu." This is what got her banned for a day off Twitch. Here's another screenshot of "I am Jabu" on Discord. Someone asked him, "You are her friend?" ? To which he said, "I don't know her, bro." Crying emoji. So the whole excuse of her being his friend and saying KYS playfully was out the window too. She would reply to
I don't
this
know her.
again, saying,
Who the
"Jabu and I
fuck is
spoke
you?"
after. Him and I are chill." In the screenshot, Kaplunk has to explain when the team is arguing to this mystery person. "I wouldn't need that explained to me if I was the mystery person." Heartbreak emoji. "I truly mean every apology." She gets community noted. She did not truly mean every apology. Linking her own DMs
Stay on point with this community now.
leaked in his Google Doc. I mean, at this point, bro, stop. Like, she's already dead. It was over. But it was also up to her to stop, to finally get off the internet. But she didn't. She would also quote tweet the post that Kingsman made, saying, "I am in the middle of class as I see this, but I want to be clear, those DMs with Kaplunk is not with me. I would not know of any substitute list. Yes, I know I flamed Kingsman, but I've been trying to
we
apologize
gotta
since
clean up,
that
we gotta
night.
clean up
Proof
on our
below, I sent it to
five.
my friend at first, and then had someone else confirm. I really don't want to be instantly framed for something I
Oh
didn't
my
do again.
God.
I have 0 DMs with Kaplunk. I already apologized for my behavior insulting Kingsman. I just want to move on. Please." She'd link a bunch of screenshots, and in them we can see her
Then we would
messaging
move
someone,
on if you
explaining to
just
them the
shut the
situation, how she had a panic attack and everything, and how she wanted to reach Kingsman after their very terrible
done,
conversation they had in
man.
DMs. But since she doesn't share the same servers with him,
It's
since she kicked him out of the creator server,
Well-
she wanted this person to act as the middleman, to send him this screenshot, where she says that she's ashamed of how she reacted. She doesn't want this to be his last impression of her.
This is
That
like
she wanted
line
to
number
apologize.
69.
But by this point,
Oh.
no one was having it anymore. This post sat at 7 million views, and all the comments are again cooking her.
We
But
know
hey,
what
would you
you
look at
did.
that? She
We
still
said
didn't
it.
stop
We were
tweeting. She
there.
still kept digging herself a hole. She would quote tweet that post we just saw and say, "Emotions are high, and I've learned when to step away." No, you didn't.
No,
If
you
a
did.
response isn't necessary,
She
only-
lied again. 70. Line number 70. Oh, shit.
Make one. Please react how you see fit to me being an ass. I know I deserve the same treatment I dish out. I am not the person in the screenshot with Kaplunk.
Get
I
the
was not
fuck
the one
off
who reported
social
Kingsman.
media.
My apology the day before includes all my behavior. I have not been
Oh
online
my
since, and I've been
God.
holding myself accountable. I will continue to do so. I forgot to show you another screenshot that she included in that initial post where she has 0 DMs with Kaplunk. Again, though, the comments are still cooking the absolute hell out of her. This was not helping anyone except, well, all her haters. But at this point, CC was absolutely cooked to shreds. Zaza was too. And some people realized, wait a second, there's one person that deserves a lot of criticism too that isn't getting any, and that's Luciaza. Luciaza would go live on sub-only mode, that way she can farm as much money as she can out of this, with the title, "I need this, I'm kinda homeless," still not taking the situation seriously at all. She'd argue that she wasn't a bad friend to Kingsman, even though she didn't take his side and was arguing against him by showing us DMs between them. She'd send him a message saying, "Kingsman, are you doing alright?" He'd say, "No, I'm not." She'd say, "Dude, why didn't you stop? I tried to tell you to shush." He'd say, "I did nothing wrong, Lucy. I'm going to make a video about it." She'd say, "Okay, that's fine, but I don't think it's fair to say you did nothing wrong. You were on Zaza for a while and you could hear it in her voice she was getting upset." He'd say, "No, don't worry, I'm actually going to explain everything." To which she would say, "Well, alright. I'm sorry about you getting kicked. I was excited to be on the same team as you." To which he would say, "Yeah, same. Bro, I rewatched and you rage rated me so hard." What an incredible friend, man. She'd also have some incredible clips from the stream that truly show us just how many brain cells she lacks in that head of hers. Watch.
To why I did what I did and why I said what I said. I did do it at wrong times, I do admit. But in regards to me telling him,
she said bye,
him to shut the fuck up, that is the only thing I think I am 100% justified in, because Zaza said, "You're making me feel like shit." When somebody on your team is like saying that, I'm immediately just put off. And yeah, I don't know. That's the only time I'm only gonna like defend that specific moment. Thank you, the plug, for the Prime X to.
Yeah, you know, I told him to shut up because he was making some valid points. Yo, thank you for the Prime sub, man. Yo, thank you for the Prime sub, dude. But it gets worse. Here will be her excuse for comparing Kingsman to Israel. Look at this. Just listen to this and try not to cringe physically.
No, I guess it was just like in bad taste. But at the end of the day, you're like, guys, I am a Lebanese Arab. Like, I have 100% donated more. I even had, what do you call it? Not that this is an excuse, but I'm saying I have definitely donated more than all of you guys combined. Except Palestinians. I literally have family there. I don't know really what... yeah. Anyways, regardless, let me see if there's anything else.
Bro, who asked? Like,
who
genuinely,
asked? Who?
Who cares? What the hell are we talking about here? And if you thought that wasn't bad enough, I mean, guys, it only gets worse from here. Look at what she said about Basim for actually admitting that he was wrong. Look at this.
That one wasn't even, like, really? Bro, Basim is the biggest, like, loser of all time. And also, a lot of creators are scared to, like, talk shit about him.
Yeah, what a loser, am I right? I just hope that she uses all these Prime subs that she got during the stream to buy a better microphone, because my ears are shot. Here would be Basim's response to him hearing her call him a loser. Look at this.
Oh, shit.
Also, there's other things about Basim out there that, hey, if you want to look into it, look into it. But there's other shit on Basim out there. And Basim, if you're in here, bro, you are the biggest sellout of all time. You kick Kingsman out, and then you don't even properly fucking clear shit up. And you scream and shout for the Kingsman fans to all just be on your side, because you switch sides, because you don't want hate. You don't want heat, which is fine. But it's
who the fuck wants hate? Who the fuck wants fucking heat? Explain to me one person who wants hate. Tell me.
I'm sorry, the sound effects, the toilet. That got me. I'm sorry.
Be that for 1 second, but you know how you avoid that? You take accountability for your fucking actions. Oh my god, dude. When you figure out somebody's wrong, you take accountability.
Basim had understood this within like 24 hours of the video dropping, but it seemed like Luciaza was missing so much common sense, lacked a ridiculous amount of self-awareness, and was overall such a nasty, vile person that it seemed like nothing could make her understand how bad of a situation this actually was.
I just wasn't expecting that.
Someone like her doesn't just spawn overnight. You get to this point when you act like your whole life and never face consequences. So it was no surprise that just before her stream, the content creator Antgrow would release a video titled "These People Are Not What You Think," Cece and Luciaza, in regards to the Kingsman saga. In this video, Antigro would reveal to us that he was invited to the same Marvel Rivals tournament, but turned it down specifically because of a few people that were in there. He'd say that 4 months ago, back in October 2025, Luciaza would start spreading some vile, untrue rumors about him. When faced with this, he decided to also take Kingsman's approach and make videos defending himself. He wouldn't attack her personally, he would never incite harassment towards her, this was purely him defending his reputation. When he'd do that, he'd be messaged by Cici, acting as a mediator between him and Luciasa, because apparently she was receiving too much harassment from her chatters. The reason why this was very significant to Antigro was because Cici actually owned the rival creators Discord server. This is a server in where all the Marvel Rivals creators were and collabed together. This was key to your growth. He was directly threatened by the server owner that if he didn't stop sticking up to himself, then he was about to get kicked. She was using her influence as the creator of the server to bully others, protecting her other friend who was also a bully, by the way, and threatening anyone who had something negative to say about them. It's absolutely disgusting, but again, not surprising. When you never get caught for doing bad things, you just keep doing them. Additionally, during that time, this screenshot would start spreading around, where Zaza Stack says, "Justice for that guy? He is black, I don't give a fuck," referring to King. She'd make it
Okay, well, what you gotta say? How to make it clear? Before the drama, there were imposter. Please tell me she got fucking community noted. Please tell me she got community noted on this shit too.
a tweet saying, "I'm addressing the screenshot right now because this needs to be made clear. Before the drama, there were imposter accounts going around and hiding behind my name to act like this. I would never say this sort of stuff. That is not me. The only games I have played since the drama have all been live on my last stream, and I have not loaded up the game since. I've also attached a screenshot of my last ranked game so that you guys can see that I haven't played anything more. The times in the screenshot of my history are in Australian time." Someone would reply with, "And we're supposed to believe you, why? You've been lying since the drama started." To which she would say, "I haven't lied once, bro." This reply would get community noted, and it would say, "She has lied several times." I have never seen so many community notes for one incident in my life. Someone was calling out how terrible she was at Widow and how she should have listened to Kingsman. She'd reply with, "No, we won a game once. I stayed on Widow, actually." She got community noted. They lost 7 games out of 8. And of course, we can't forget Ashlyn, the same person in the creator server who added CC and Zaza, urging them to not let anyone bully them off the internet. She'd tweet out and say, "I collected more details on this drama and I'm willing to give a serious input. My genuine opinion on this is everybody was being cringe. CC..."
Oh.
Kingsman, Zaza, everybody.
It's like watching a car crash.
The best thing for everybody to do is to not escalate the situation. Learn from it and move on with life. I feel so sorry for the other teams who have been massively overshadowed by this whole thing. It's not fair. This was truly unfortunate and preventable." She'd also get community noted, saying,
"These people sound like those Reddit stories. Am I the asshole? You know, type of stories." Oh my god.
This user has heavily backed CC and Zaza, defended harassment, and otherwise engaged in various character assassination attempts against Kingsman, including inventing false allegations. It would be unwise to consider Ashlyn FPS unbiased in any capacity. Like, look, this was her saying, after reading the doc, Kaplunk's doc, "This is genuinely insane behavior. His community, who is being so toxic towards you guys, just tells everything. I would be genuinely embarrassed if I were him," referring to Kingsman. She would then get ratioed multiple times in her replies. And so seeing the backlash she was receiving, the fact that she couldn't deal with the consequences of her own actions just like everyone else, she would tweet out, "CC is bad. Kingsman is good. Would you kind souls please stop sending me death threats?" I mean, God, the whole thing was embarrassing. Everyone involved who was taking the side of the bullies was nothing more than embarrassing. The secondhand embarrassment I felt throughout this video is indescribable. Because throughout all of this, all they had to do was simply apologize. Not just in public, but directly to Kingsman. They only apologized to the public because they knew it made them look bad. And this would be after multiple opportunities of them doubling, tripling, quadrupling down and only finally letting go once they realized this is unrecoverable. This whole tough girl bully act was not going to work. The entire internet was now aware of this. Moist Critical had done a video about it. I mean, everyone knew about this. But even though this looks very bad already, the real consequences, the ones that are truly career-ending, would only start to show up later. And it would be when CC would start to lose sponsorships. On January 21st, Infinity Mice, one of CC's sponsors, said, "We have been made aware of the situation involving CC during the recent creator tournament. While we have worked together previously, we do not support behavior that targets or disrespects other creators. As a result, we will not be continuing any partnership moving forward. We believe in keeping competition respectful, and we wish everyone the best going forward." This tweet almost has 2 million views and over 50,000 likes. Since then, people have expressed interest in their products because having morals as a company is something rare these days. But they weren't the only ones. Solaris GG, the talent agency in which CC was a part of, would tweet a message from our owner. In it, you'd find a tweet by Hune, the owner of that talent agency, saying, "I've been informed of everything that happened, and as of today, I've made the decision that CC has been removed from Solaris and its creator program. I want to clarify, Solaris and its staff, other creators had zero involvement in Basim ZB's tournament. All of CC's social media posts and messages. The actions done and the insults said towards Kingsman by the group of streamers is not something I'm happy about or what Solaris stands for." Again, this tweet would receive a lot of attention as well, over 2 million views, and many people were very happy about this. But that's not all. Someone would notice that CC in her links had one that led to Razer, even though she misspelled the name of the company. It seemed that she had an affiliate code. The people would let Razer know, linking a tweet that she made saying that yes, she got banned because she typed KYS in chat. They'd say, "We're looking into it." Later, they'd say, "We have confirmed that there were never official agreements with the creator and there are no plans for future collaborations." One could only assume that her affiliate code also doesn't work anymore. CC had finally, for the first time in her adult life, received consequences that equaled her disgusting, vile
I'm wearing Razer right
actions.
now.
Oh, and while we're on the topic of CC's adult life, it seemed like she had a very big problem with the opposite gender, saying that all men are liars and that she hates all men.
You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a man's penis and semen. Shut the fuck up, man. Hi, Ronan. Wow, well, you chose a lovely time to show up. Damn. Listen, not everybody. Women can be bitches too, man. Everybody can be anything. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, man. I am sick of all that. Shut the hell up. Everybody is capable of anything. Shut up, man. Shut the fuck up. Oh my fucking God, man. Yeah, I love Mujin. I love him. Fans of hello.
And additionally, back when she used to be a Smite player, she would express in DMs with someone that she had a dislike of black people. It wasn't just consequences against Kingsman anymore.
You see this shit a lot in Call of Duty back in the day. When I watched Red Shadow play it, you see a lot of this shit.
It was consequences for every bad thing she's done over the last few years now. But it wasn't over just yet. This wasn't just about monetary opportunities and sponsors. This was about how they had become a cultural phenomenon for all the wrong reasons. The NBA team, the Atlanta Hawks, had made a TikTok about the Kingsman drama, saying how Kingsman felt after watching his old team get destroyed in the rivals tournament, showing players dunking multiple times. A user would tweet, "Someone said they're pulling a Zaza stack in my game today. What does this mean? Someone inform me." New slang unlocked, Zaza. Definition, someone throwing not necessarily on Black Widow and still won't swap. Playing for the vibes also became a massive meme. There's a new tournament being hosted by the content creator Boger with a $50,000 prize pool. He would tweet out, "Happy to announce that I'll be hosting another Boger Bash next week. This is not a casual tournament, but I promise you, the vibes will nevertheless be pristine." So now sponsors were leaving left and right. Opportunities were gone. No one wanted to associate with these people any longer, and they were truly exposed for what they are. This is the pure definition of consequences, and it is very satisfying to see. But what about Kingsman? How is he doing? Well, he ended up becoming more successful than any of these bullies combined. His last two streams had reached
15 times,
thousands
20
of
times.
concurrent viewers. One of them had peaked at 25,700
Look at
viewers,
that
gaining
shit,
44,000 followers in one go. He's been receiving so many donations that he started begging people to stop donating. Someone would donate $3,000 right off the bat. His chat got him to...
Whoever donated the 3,000, good job, man.
Hype train level, God knows how much. He has over 10,000 subscribers. That's $50,000 alone. He's reached over 200,000 subs on his YouTube channel and just reached over 100,000 followers on Twitch. I was there for the countdown. He has made way more than the entire 40,000 prize pool, and it couldn't have happened to someone more deserving. Additionally, Marvel Rivals developers sent him currency in-game for free so that he can buy all the skins for the character he loves.
Let's fucking go! I need to see this clip.
Magic. Check out a wholesome clip for a change.
The Marvel Rivals devs just gave me units so I can purchase magic skins. No fucking way. There is no way that is real. Wait. I gotta hide my screen. No way. No way. What?
God.
Wait. By the way, this is the guy who emailed me because he asked me.
As I said in the beginning of the video, this was a story with a happy ending. And just in case it wasn't clear enough, this was never about men versus women or any of that bullshit. This is a textbook story of someone who got bullied and stood up to his nasty, vile bullies.
And
garnering support from the public and making them face consequences for the first time in their adult lives. I'm very happy for Kingsman, and I hope that he enjoys his success. He seems to be a really nice guy. And no, I'm not just saying that because he admitted on stream that he watches my videos. If you're watching this, Kingsman, thank you for being a viewer of my channel, and I truly wish you the best. My DMs are always open if you want any advice relating to content creation, or hell, even drama. But I think you handled this pretty damn well. I think you're good on your own. Thank you so much for watching until the very end. I really appreciate it. And if you want more content from me, even more than my YouTube channel, then make sure to check out my Stacked page where I'm posting over 4 different art pieces every month, as well as 1 short video and long video. There's already a short video there. Prices start at $1 per month. I'll
The whole freaking Marvel shit.
see you in the next video whenever that is, and love you platonically.
Shit.
Mwah.
This reaction video is 2 hours long. I don't know if I'm gonna post this, to be honest with you. We are currently having a with Mujin. Yo! Look at that! Oh shit, damn! They are not gonna be forgotten. Nope. And this shit is number 22 trending. Holy shit, all for the good vibes. There's Kingsman! There's Kingsman! There's Kingsman! You got We won. Shut up. Who won? Exactly. My Mujin video. Bro won the 1 versus 11. Welcome to the big leagues. Hell yeah. You're making Zaza sad. Gotta be the weakest. Oh my god. Some dude told me to switch out Magneto yesterday, and another replied to him, why should you switch? It ain't even for 40K. Community is not gonna fucking rest with this shit. This is gonna live forever. Oh, that's wild. The fact that he refocused and talked himself out of giving up. Oh my god. This is because some loser asshole cursed at him, told him to shut the fuck up. All meanwhile, he never cursed and they never called them gnomes. And who's the toxic one? So much genius in this group for real. my teammate. He was your teammate too. Exactly. Nothing makes sense. Every time they try to speak and argue back, it just makes less sense. The more it goes on. Here because Zaza sad, bro. Zaza was already sad. 0 hits on a sniper. Ouch! Damn. Oh my god. I'm so happy for Kingsman. Checks out, she definitely acted. Hey, look! It's Girl. Dude, the guy getting caught editing the Google Doc in 4K live is insane. This shit made my day too. Oh my god. This is Curl W. Yo, he was fast with this. He was always fast in reporting all this stuff. Oh my gosh. Everybody heard this shit. The mainstream heard about this shit. You know you fucked up. Oh god. W. Group video, oh my god. Ooh, that is crazy.